times in that second half, down by 8 at halftime, down 34-20 with about 5 minutes to go. And they battled back and won in overtime by 6, as we'll hear from the fine head coach of the freshmen, Bobby Morris, coming up at halftime here of this varsity ball game. We'll get to head coach Doug Winkowich, as we always do on the Football Friday Night pregame show. And we'll also have a chat with Jamie Vasky, who I'm in for tonight here in Decorah, play-by-play. Aaron and Bill will join me, as always, here from Viking Stadium inside the Kenneth Olson press box, as week number 9, the high school football season is here. Our area online and playback game of the week is in Center Point tonight, as the Beckman Blazers taking on the Center Pointer Banner Stormer Pointers. The Blazers can win a Class 3 2A District 3 championship tonight with a win over CPU and a walk-on loss to Owine. The latter of that isn't too likely, as walk-on, a better team on paper. They've shown it all year long than Owine, but you just never know in high school football, never know the weather conditions. It has stopped raining here tonight, as 56 degrees, 52 feel-like temp. We'll get into more of that as we start our actual pregame here from the Viking Stadium, as we have plenty of time to get to that here, as we have a lot of time on the clock, and we'll get into our pregame show, and Aaron will join me, and we'll dissect this game even further here tonight from Decorah. But we'll hear from the head coach of the West Delaware Hawks. The Hawks coming off a huge win over Independence in week number 8. They win their district championship last week, as they win their second in a row, and they win their 4th in the past 6 seasons, 12th in program history. Hear from Coach Wayne coming up next, then Jamie Vasky. This is the Football Friday Night pregame show. You're listening to it from KMCH Sports.
Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Visit them on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
A great night out awaits you at Hartridge Golf Course. Join us for Taco Tuesday and our Thursday night specials featuring roasted chicken. Watch the Iowa games with 50-cent wings and drink specials at Hartridge, north of Manchester on 195th Street.
Dunlap Motors in Independence with Chevy Buick and certified pre-owned Chevy Buick GMC and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. They have big town inventory with small town service. Stop and say hi. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence. And go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com. That's DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank, with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And welcome back in to week number 9 of the high school football season. The West Delaware Hawks getting ready to take on the Decorah Vikings to wrap up the regular season in Decorah tonight. We'll have all the action right here from KMCH Sports. John Swisher joined by the fine head coach of the Hawks now, Doug Winkowich, as the Hawks able to get that huge win on Brown Field last Friday night, 13-9 over the Independence Mustangs, and they get another district title, 4th in 6 seasons, and the second year in a row. And for head coach Doug Winkowich, his 5th in his 12 seasons here. So, Coach, congratulations on that feat for you and your program, first off.
Thanks, Wish. It's just, these kids have worked extremely hard, and I'm just really happy for them. It was a great football team that we beat Friday night, and I tell you what, you got to give them credit, too, because they did a lot of good things.
Absolutely. Intense atmosphere, the surrounding at Brown Field. Talk about the game itself, and you commented after the game Friday night that you didn't expect the defensive showdown, of course, with as good offenses coming in. Expected a little more offense by both teams, but the defense has stepped up and shut each other down.
Yeah, I tell you, that was the atmosphere, first of all, was probably about as good as it's been since that 2005 game. I think it was Marion at home.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a tremendous crowd. It was good to see that rivalry really lit up here. And I tell you, it was a lot of fun. It was a little stressful, of course, when you're coaching in it, but I know that the fans sure enjoyed the game. And, I tell you, it doesn't happen very often. You get to that point where you're trying to win every game here late in the year, and it's kind of few and far between, but just a tremendous atmosphere, a tremendous two really good football teams going at it, and just thrilled that our kids just stuck with it to the very end. It's one of those things where, we talk about it all the time, keep believing. It's not always going to be easy. Sometimes I think when you have a game like DeWitt the week before where it just came really easy for us, so sometimes that can come back and kind of haunt you. So I think it was good timing that we were tested like this, and I think it was also showed a lot of character and it showed that our defense can be pretty stingy.
You led to my next point there of sticking with it after you guys hit the scoreboard first with Max Ridenauer, a 4-yard touchdown. Indy actually had the lead at halftime, 9-6. You had to battle back, then your defense really rose to the occasion, shut them out in that second half. Going into the third quarter, what were some adjustments, if many, against Indy?
Really at halftime, it was just kind of making a little shift defensive line-wise and just, making a slight adjustment there. And Eric Baskey and Caleb Sparks just did a fantastic job, interior line on defense there for us. And I just felt like, we had pretty good leverage on their receivers for most of the night. And I thought our front 7 kids in the box just did a really nice job. Their quarterback is a tremendous athlete. And in the second half there, we finally kind of had an answer for him.
Some of your kids have played in bigger magnitude games, but an atmosphere like that and a game setting like that, not many have experienced that type. And I know you're proud of the effort and how they handled themselves.
Yeah, I think that's, I think maybe that was to our advantage a little bit. We've been in those situations here. These kids have played in some pretty big games in the last year or two. And just to be able to really be resilient there. And we knew at some point, at least we were hoping it was going to happen with Coy, and we were going to get that one big play. And, we kind of flipped the field there in the second half and had much better field position. And they just kind of stuck with it and eventually got the big play out of Coy.
Absolutely. Now you turn your attention to week 9 of the season and not relax, but settle in here and focus on Decorah, not worry about things as much. You still want to get that undefeated season. You still want to finish things on a right note with momentum, taking you into the playoffs first round next Wednesday night here with Decorah as the Vikings and Coach Bill Post. They have struggled a little this year, but, they're still the Vikings, and you've had some good matches with them over the last few years.
Absolutely. It's a great football team, and, they've been a little up and down here, but boy, it's still Decorah. They're still fundamentally sound. We've seen film where they just look like the same old team they've always been, and we know it's there. They turned the ball over a little bit, and it cost them in a couple games, but, and for us, it's really, I'm glad we play them week 9. It's a situation where we want to make sure that we're still clicking on all cylinders, and we keep, we want to gain a little momentum this week. We want to make sure we're getting better. I don't want to. It's not going to be a week off. Everybody says, well, you won the title. You're going to be first seed. Are you going to, what do you do anything different? And the answer is absolutely no way. We're going to take the same approach we always do.
And what's it mean to your program, to you and your staff? This is your 5th time now in 12 seasons, the 12th time in school history since '87 to be a district champion. All the work it goes into, and you talked about your players putting in the extra work and to be district winners as you find yourselves there in the middle there of the geographic setting, and you get thrown into tough districts for the last how many years, and it's quite the accomplishment.
Well, thank you. And I tell you, it's one of those deals where you're just set up so much better with your playoff run. We're hoping that if we take care of business with Decorah, then we should have home field advantage all the way through, and that's what you're hoping for. That's what you work for. You want to play on Brown Field, and that's that's the reward, I guess, of being that district champion.
Absolutely, and 9-0 unbeaten regular season. I know you want to continue the momentum and keep things on the right track, but what an accomplishment that would be as well, to join only 3 other teams in the history of WD football to do that, 1995, 98, and the 2005 squads, to be accomplished something like that. If any, how much have you talked about it with your team?
I have brought that up, and I just think it's one of those. It's a pretty special accomplishment, and I mean, it is tough to go out week in and week out and get a win, and to fight some injury here and there, and just to have that that battle on that Friday night where you come out on top, and you just have so many factors, and I think it's a huge accomplishment. Like you said, this would be the 4th time, and we really want to seal the deal here and do that, and I think that's just something that the kids have really kind of dreamed about here, and says, hey, let's try to have that perfect regular season, and I know they're excited to try to get that done.
Absolutely. Keeping the focus on here tonight, as after tonight you'll be able to look ahead for week number 1, round number 1 of the playoffs next Wednesday night. It'll be a busy night up late for you later on tonight with your coaches and clicking that refresh button many times on the state website.
Yeah, it's so exciting. We've some of our guys, obviously the seniors have been through this, and we've talked about it a little bit because you have to. It's not something we're certainly not going to look ahead, but there's just a routine, and there's weekend practice and times and schedules and things that got to be talked about, and we've really stressed the fact that you can't look ahead, but you've got to be able to handle that and talk about some things and do a playoff T-shirt and all that kind of stuff. So I think our kids we've had a tremendous week of practice. I think the guys are really handling things pretty well.
Oh, Coach, I'm looking forward to seeing your team. I'm filling in for Jamie tonight, Decorah, so we'll see you there, and best of luck tonight and as you prepare for the playoffs here. Thanks for your time as always.
Thank you, Swish.
Doug Winkowicz, finance coach of the West Delaware Hawks, as his team gets ready to take on Decorah. I'll have more of the pregame show coming up here from KMCH Sports.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision is our primary focus.
For over a century, Anderson has been helping families make their homes brighter, more comfortable, and more beautiful. They do it by making quality windows and doors, setting the bar high and raising it day after day, year after year, making Anderson the leader in doors and windows. Contact local vendor Delhi Lumber at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer, has big town quality with small town service.
At Community Savings Bank, it's simple. Simply free checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you gifts. Find out more about Simply Free Checking at one of our 7 locations or online at csbiowa.com. Community Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Jay's Auto Supercenter on the Greater East End of Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
And welcome back in week number 9 of the high school football Friday night pregame show right here on Mix 94.7 and KMCH.com. John Swisher back with you now, joined by Jamie Vasky, the play-by-play man of West Delaware football. The normal, regular play-by-play man. I'll be filling in tonight for Jamie in Decorah as we get ready for this ball game. Week number 9, regular season wraps up tonight. The Hawks at 8-0 as they take on the Decorah Vikings, who are 4-4, 3-2 in the district. The Hawks have wrapped up the District 3 crown with their record of 5-0. As undefeated Hawks trying to become the 4th team in the history of the program to be 9-0 as they do that, try to do that tonight against the Decorah Vikings. Jamie, what an atmosphere. what a game last Friday night. Coach Wink and a lot of people didn't expect it to be as defensive-minded as it was, just because of the high-powered offenses. Yeah, you had two good defenses that haven't allowed that many points coming in, but the offenses who have put up a lot of numbers, and those defenses, they won the battle really the other night.
Oh, they did, and I tell you what, for a high school football game, you and I have both been to Kinnick Stadium and watched just a showdown with the Hawkeyes and whoever they were playing, and how loud and how great that atmosphere is. But for a high school football game, last Friday was unbelievable as the Hawks and Mustangs went at it, number 2 versus number 6. It was just a great atmosphere for high school football. And one of the things I noticed was when the Hawks were on defense, you could hear the West Delaware crowd loud on our side. And right below us, you could hear it just ringing through the headsets. But when the Mustangs went on defense, you could hear it just as loud from the other side. And it was standing room only at Brownfield last Friday night. And just a great defensive effort, as you mentioned, really for two high-powered offense in the state. I think they both came in top 10 in Class 3A and total offense, and neither one of them could really get anything going. Nicholas Holt had a big run for them, and he was the primary suspect on the offense for them. I tell you what, he's a great athlete, not just a great football player, not just a great wrestler, just an all-around great athlete. And he's one of, if anybody's doesn't get a chance to go to Decorah tonight and you didn't get to see Nicholas Holt around, anybody from this area, go watch that kid play, as he's an outstanding athlete. And then for the Hawks, they got a run from Max Ridenauer on the first drive. I think we drove 72 yards. And then, like we mentioned at halftime, I think we had 96 yards at halftime, so only gained 24 yards after that first drive in the first half. And then Coy Russell with a big run in the second late in the game. And it was just a great atmosphere for high school football. And it just goes to show you what happens when two teams that close together, what happens when those two type of teams get together on a Friday night.
Yes, indeed, barring what can happen in the playoffs. So you never know if these two could hook up again down the road. And what an exciting game that would be, a rematch of the top two teams in District number 3. The Hawks have to really cherish this win, of course, but got to move on here. It was great to get the win. You get another district title, as we've talked about with Coach Wink, their 4th and 6th seasons, the 5th time, and Coach Wink's 12 seasons now, and the 12th in program history. So this district title is nothing to lower the head about. It's definitely an honor. As much as tradition as West Delaware football has had, it's still they get put in the middle of some tough districts, and to come on top, it still is a good feat to have.
Well, it is, and you look at Coach Mather and the volleyball team winning the WAMAC title Tuesday night down in Marion. It's a great feeling, and now it's time to move on. You've accomplished one goal, and it's goal-setting teams. Volleyball and football, they're both very goal-oriented, and now that you've surpassed goal number 1, and for the Hawks, winning their district was goal number 1. Now you're moving on to bigger things, and you're looking for the pinnacle right now, because the only thing left is let's get to that state championship game and hopefully come away and get a second state title in school history. And I know the volleyball team's working the same way. You don't want to sit on winning conference or winning a district too long. It's time to move on and get ready for the next opponent.
Definitely where the expectations are at, and moving on, getting ready for the Decorah Vikings, who talked about having a 500 season, 4-4. They've had some ups and downs, trying to replace a lot of talent, but Coach Post and company, they have that tradition up there, and they're always Decorah. They're not as strong as they have been in recent years. Last year was a tough year for them as well, as they missed the playoffs for the first time in several years last season. They're back in the playoffs this year, but not a glossy record, not doing a lot of flashy things, but getting it done Decorah way. And they're still a very respectable team, of course, and one that Coach Wink and company know they can't overlook. And Coach Wink and the crew, they still want to accomplish the 9-0 season, of course, too, the next step before they get to that postseason run.
Well, they do. And, you mentioned the Decorah team. They're going to be back in the playoffs this year, more than likely. And I tell you what, that's a team. I talked to someone earlier in the year about Decorah, and after Independence after they beat them for the first time, and they said, it's not the same Decorah team, but very big, very physical up front, and it's traditional Decorah football. Just don't have the athletes. They don't have the athletes in the skilled positions like they've had in the past with your Josie Jewell type players that are going to do it all over the place on the offense and on the defense. But like you said, it's still Decorah. You're still going to get a hard-nosed, just tough football game, and they're going to be ready to play. And you can't go up there and think that, the district title's great, but now you're looking for an undefeated season and finish off the 9-0 run and get ready for the playoffs. And you're going to have to, like I said, go through a very tough Decorah team to get to that point.
Yes, indeed, and keeping focus tonight, taking on Decorah, and then the awaiting game. Coach Wink talked about making the preparations for next week, but not looking ahead. They know what they have to do. They've been through this many times before, though, and the last time in this playoff format where 4 teams from each district will get in. That'll change up next year again. But the same kind of thing. Pairings won't come out till after midnight, hopefully not too late tonight, but we know it'll take a while to get everything sorted out where the state wants to put you. For the second year in a row, we don't have any sister districts, so we don't know for sure what district will be paired up with, so it's up to the state where they want to put us. So just keeping your eye on tonight, being prepared and ready for the quick turnaround and ready for Wednesday night is the focus for these kids and for the coaching staff who will be busy in the next 48 hours.
Well, you mentioned hopefully it doesn't take too late. I hope so as well, because I got a wedding to go to tomorrow, and I don't want to be up till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning trying to figure out, because I'm missing the broadcast does not mean I'm missing it, because I'm going to get a chance to hopefully watch it on TV tonight. I'm going to have you in my ear, on my phone, on my KMCH app.
That's right.
A little plug there. But I'm definitely going to hear some West Delaware football, so I'm going to make sure that you're loud and clear and doing everything just like me and keeping Bill and Aaron in line. But you know what? You talk about the next 48 hours or whatever for the Hawk coaching staff, as that's going to start the second they get back to Coach Wink's office at the high school, and they're going to go in there and they're going to start planning. They're going to wait as much as they can. Obviously, they may have some idea by the time it's over tonight, but they may not as well. It's hard to say, but really until those pairings come out, there's not a whole lot they can do except sort through what happens tonight. And if not, their preparation is going to start tomorrow and really get things geared up. And I tell you what, it's fun to watch those guys go to work after a football game. I mean, the last couple of weeks it's been fun. Just seeing what happens when they know who they're playing next. That exchange of films starts coming between coaches, and it's I tell you what, there's some strategy with that, because I'm not sure. I think the coaches between two teams decide which films they want to exchange, and so sometimes it's kind of strategic. It's almost like making a trade in baseball. Like, I'll give you this guy for this one, but they're very good about. I think I don't remember how it works out, like maybe the last 3 games or something like that. But I tell you what, it's fun to watch them once they do get that in, because then they go right to work. But that'll start tonight, and it's going to start for all the coaches in the area and that are making the playoffs. And of course, best of luck to all those teams as Wednesday football playoffs is back and ready to go, and I can't wait.
Absolutely, and that's when the coaches use your other connections and see how many other videos they can get. I know some coaches come up with a whole array of videos on teams just because of who they know and who's played who. So that's the whole entertaining part of it, and that the average fan just doesn't hear about, doesn't see behind the scenes, and something we're fortunate enough to be a part of it in a little bit. It'll be fun. 7 teams for sure around the KMCH area are in the playoffs, 8 possibly, depending on what happens in Class A District number 5 with the Northland Lynx. So we especially wish all our area teams good luck as they try to get in the playoffs. And we'll have 3 games covered for you. Wednesday night, we'll have scores for you as well. We'll have that all the same as our coverage has been the last few years here from KMCH Sports, as we try to have all our area teams covered and we try to do that the best that we can. All right, Jamie. The Hawkeyes, of course, enjoying their bye week, getting rested up with that 7-0 record. So our picking this week will focus on the UNI Panthers, as we have a former Hawk, Adam Reth, playing for UNI, of course. And we'll give you an update on how he's...
Hold on, Swisher. Hey, you forgot. You just breezed right past the Hawkeyes stuff. I forgot to mention who won the pool last week.
Game last week.
I am on.
Congratulations.
I'm on the board, man. I have got my first win. It is time to roll. That's how this happened last year. Bill won a couple to start the season. Not 4 like he won this year, but now it's time for me to pick up some momentum and get rolling with the Hawkeyes, but not this week. You mentioned UNI Panthers, Adam Reth playing tomorrow against South Dakota State, who just upset North Dakota State last week. As what are they, the Jackrabbits?
I believe that.
I think it is the Jackrabbits. As the Panthers ranked number 22 after losing their third straight game, as they moved to 2-4 on the year. I'm going to go UNI is going to pull a minor upset. I'm going to say 27-24 Panthers. So we're going to pick that one. Of course, we'll see what happens as we, just continue this little roll here that I started last week and get things going, as finally someone other than you or Bill won the picks last week.
Aaron is really on the outside looking in here. 4 for Bill, 2 for you, and 2 for me, and 1 for you.
He's got to quit picking against the Hawkeyes. You're not going to –
It's
going to be hard to win when the team's undefeated and you've picked against him like 3 times now. So, Aaron –
we keep telling him he doesn't listen to it.
Aaron, if you're listening to the pregame show here, the Hawkeyes aren't playing tomorrow, so don't pick them tomorrow, but maybe you should just get on this little train here.
That'll be the day he wants to pick them.
Yeah, get on this little train here. I think it's going to work for us, and then we can really do what we do best and box Bill and swish in. That's all we got to do.
Right. All right. Well, enjoy your day tomorrow. Best wishes to Zach McCool and his lovely almost bride, Whitney, and you'll have fun down there in Iowa City with the wedding tomorrow, as I'll try to hold down the fort the best I can with Bill and Aaron. I know it is not the easiest task with you being the traffic cop on Friday nights with those two along.
Just keep your hand on Bill's microphone levels. You got to keep it's mic 3, Swish. Hook him up on mic 3 and have it down most of the time. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time. And the best part about a wedding like this with Zach's is a lot of former Hawks that you get to hang out with, former Hawk football players. Nate Lars in the wedding there too, and Chris Harbaugh, Ryan Hauser, Tony Marbach, just getting to hang out with some of the guys that went through West Delaware football. And I tell you what, they still pay attention. That's for sure. They're always asking me how are the Hawks looking? And so they're still looking back to see how the Hawks are doing. Obviously, Coach Lar is still in the program, so he knows, but people pay attention. So the former Hawks do care, and they're wishing you guys nothing but the best. But have a good night tonight, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Absolutely. You too. Jamie Vasky, play-by-play man of West Delaware football, as we're moments away from getting out to Decorah, as I'll join you live with Aaron Plain and Bill Logan. All the action for West Delaware and Decorah coming up here as the pregame show will wrap up next. This is the football Friday night pregame show from KMCH Sports.
Biofield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Biofield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
Long-Term Medical Supply, downtown Manchester, is a proud supporter of all local athletes. Shop their sports and orthopedic department for all of your athletes' medical equipment needs. Long-Term Medical Supply, your local medical equipment choice.
Whatever your favorite sport, we know you will join Parrott Insurance and Grinnell Mutual in supporting all of our local athletes. Parrott Insurance is proud to be part of this community and looks forward to catching all of the sports action this year. If you want a strong insurance team working for you, call Parrott Insurance today for a quote from Grinnell Mutual and experience our policy of working together.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager of Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at 4browns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Are you looking for great food and a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
This is West Delaware football on Eastern Iowa's high school sports play-by-play leader. Hawks football from KMCH Sports is brought to you by the KMCH Sports Boosters. Now, with all the action, here's Bill Logan, Aaron Plain, and Jamie Vaskey.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome into Viking Stadium in Decorah. West Delaware football is on the air on this Friday night, week number 9 of the high school football season. John Swisher in for Jamie Vaskey, along with Aaron Plain and Bill Logan, and our spotter here tonight inside the press box at Decorah, Ken Bosenberg, as we get ready for this week 9 contest. The Hawks already have the district wrapped up. They're playing for their 4th ever 9-0 team in the history of West Delaware football here tonight, Aaron Plain. So you're playing here to keep things sharp, fine-tune things here tonight against a good Decorah program who's also in the playoffs. They're the 3rd spot of this district, number 3 in 3A. So this game, it does have some meaning. The Hawks want to come out here. They want to get that goal. It's been a goal of theirs to go undefeated here, have an unblemished record. And here we are tonight. The Hawks have a chance to do it on the road against the Vikings.
Absolutely, Swish. And, for 8 weeks, the Hawks have been focused, have been ready to go. And tonight, they need to have that same type of mentality to come out here and play sound defense, get that explosive offense going both on the ground and through the air. And, if they do that tonight, I think the Hawks will come out looking pretty good tonight and will complete that undefeated season. But,
to your point, this Decorah Viking football team, you know they're going to be well coached. You know they're going to be physical, so the Hawks are going to have to be ready.
Yes, indeed. The Hawks 8-0 overall. They have a non-district record of 3-0. District number 3, 5-0. Good for first place right now. Home record of 4-0. Road record 4-0 as well as they come in having 320 points for them, 111 points against. For Decorah, 172 points for and 68 points against. As Decorah 4-4, non-district mark of 1-2. Their District 3 record sits at 3-2, third place in the District number 3. As 2-2 at home, 2-2 on the road. Right, Coach Bill Post, 21st year overall, as he was a co-coach for 6 years, his 15th solo. He's 174-61. He's been to the playoffs for 9 times, 29-11 record. Head coach Doug Linkovich, his 12th season at West Delaware, 96 and 31, 21st overall, 135-73, as he spent 9 years at Garner Hayfield, where he was 39-42, as 8 playoff appearances for Coach Wink. And the Hawks got 3 runners up in the history of West Delaware football, as we are almost set for football here. As we'll hook up with Bill Logan shortly on the sidelines across the way here at Viking Stadium in Decorah, week number 9 of this high school football season.
And the Hawks switched. Looks like they are going to be receiving here to start the game. So, you know, you'd like to think that the Hawks are going to come out here and set the tempo, get that offense out there, get Coy Russell, Max Reidenauer and crew going, and hopefully get this game off on a good start.
Decorah is missing 3 starters here tonight. Garrett Wise, their 5'10" senior, 190-pound running back. He is out of the lineup. He's their leading rusher on the team, 717 yards, 101 attempts, as 8 touchdowns for Wise. He is out with a hip pointer injury he suffered last week against Charles City. Also, they have a couple other players out. A 6'2" senior, 209-pounder, Colin Tweeten, as he is out. He is under the weather with some food poisoning, salmonella poisoning, easy for me to say, as he is out. Thomas Pekanowski Jr. is also out. And this game is underway, going right to left. The Hawks getting over the 40-yard line on the far side, down at about the 44, and that's where they will take shot for the first time in this game.
And a nice job there by the Hawks of getting, taking the opening kickoff and getting some really good field position to start here for this offense. Max, the three-headed horse here, the three-headed game of the Hawks here with Max Reidenauer, Coy Russell, and Sam Maloney. So, they had a good year so far, and hopefully they can wrap it up.
Over starting lineup for the Hawks here. We'll go over it shortly as 4 receivers set, 3 trips on the near side. Here's Russell, handoff. He bounces to the left side over the 45-yard line. We'll mark down at the 46, as right now just a handoff to the left side to Coy Russell, the 5'11" senior, 191-pounder. He comes in over 1,500 yards, 1,539 to be exact, as rushing attempts, 168, 9.2 a carry, 20 touchdowns on the season. He still has that longest of 93. Here's trips to the near side, again, the long side of the field. Right now is back to pass, looks middle, still looking middle, going to tuck it and run left side. He's over the 45, now 50, 45, and he'll dance himself out of bounds with a Decorah Viking member right there, as they'll mark him out at the 44-yard line. Good for a first down. So right now, good decision there. Nothing there. Able to keep it and run off to the right side.
And it looked like he wanted Owen Ward here on this near sideline, but Owen looked like he slipped there coming out. Max did a good job of just tucking it in and running it for the first down.
As here is penalty marker on the far side. The handoff is to Russell and taken back. We do have the penalty marker. We will see what's will be the call here, as it's called on the Hawks.
Yeah, it looks like a false start on the Hawks there.
So Hawks have a first down, now their first penalty of the first half here.
And that's one of the things, we've seen throughout the year. The Hawks, when the Hawks are playing well, Swish, they're penalty free. The offense looks crisp. So hopefully there's just a little bug kind of coming off that emotional game against Independence last week, which was a hard-hitting contest. You guys alluded to it in the pregame.
13-9 was the final last week. Decorah lost to Charles City 28-7 here in Decorah. 4 turnovers by their offense. Here's Russell off the left side, gets tackled as just ahead of the line of scrimmage, as they'll mark it down at the 48-yard line. So they give them a gain of 1 with 10:55 and counting here in quarter number 1.
We talk a lot about the Hawk defense making sure the opposing offenses aren't on schedule, getting 4 and 5 yards on first down. These penalties, talk about the penalties. Now the Hawks are 2nd and 14, so hopefully they can overcome this and continue to keep moving the ball down the field.
3 receivers set here to the near side as right now our shotgun pump fakes, now rolls out right side, has 2 defenders coming, completes a pass to Maloney on the 35-yard line. He takes it down inside the 30, is clobbered and taken down there at about the 28-yard line. Another first down pass play there. Great patience by Max, waiting for the open receiver, and did he find it as Maloney was wide open there. Sam Maloney, the 6'4", 180-pound senior, as that's his 24th reception on the year. He has over 746 yards now, 32.4 yards per catch. He's got 11 touchdowns. He leads the team. Here's right now, back to pass, looking left. Now throws left, has a man there. Maloney almost made a one-handed catch on the run right on the 25-yard line, but it's dropped. Not able to haul that one in. Incomplete pass, 2nd down 10.
Well, and talking about Sam Maloney, Swish, he comes in second in Class 3, in receiving yards behind a University of Iowa recruit and T.J. Hawkinson. So Sam is having a wonderful senior season.
Double receivers on the far side. Maloney to the near side is right now going to get it and run out the left side. Dances over the 25-yard line, still going. Will be taken down at about the just inside the 22-yard line. They'll mark him down for a decent gain on the play. That time on the 2nd and 10 run as a 9:45 and counting here in the first quarter. They will officially, if Amos runs, 3rd down and 4 now. Again here, as right now throws left side is incomplete. Not able to hang on to that one, just shy of the 15-yard line. On the far side is a Hawk receiver, as that's Owen Ward. He was running with a defender right near him, just not able to corral that one in.
Yeah, and Max threw the ball in a good spot. It was only in the only place that Owen was going to catch it, and unfortunately he just couldn't bring it in. So a crucial early 4th down here.
Double receivers, far side, 4th and 4. Here's a pass that's deflected out of bounds. Intended on that far side again to Ward. Was that pretty much the same play? That was just over the first down marker near the 18-yard line, and the defender sniffed that one out and run it the whole way and able to bat it out of bounds. It'll be a turnover on downs as Decorah will get the ball 1st and 10 as the ball is on their own 22-yard line here with 9:26 to go here in quarter number 1.
And good defense there by Decorah. They kind of thought maybe the Hawks would go back to that play again, and sure enough, the Hawks did, and this time they batted it away and turnover on downs for the Hawks.
As Cole Steffen leads this offense for Decorah. Here's the run up the middle. We're going to be stopped at the 25-yard line for a short gain. As the ball carrier that time is the backup for tonight. He's the starter, Zachary Lee. His fullback, I should say, the 6-foot senior. As Lee, the fullback, as we talked about Garrett Wise, the young man, 5'10" senior, not in the starting lineup. Starting for him instead is Jacob Rohr. As here is a pass over the middle, caught at the 39-yard line, getting upfield with a Hawk defender, Drake all over him, catching that one and getting up to almost the 45-yard line for the Vikings. That's Sean Schindler, the 6'4", 204-pound junior. Draped all over him was Owen Ward, defensive back out here, but Schindler made a nice grab on the first down, the first one of the night for the Vikings.
Yeah, and Bennett Cole was right there, too. Looked like there was just a kind of a group or congregation there of Hawks and Vikings, and Schindler did a nice job of just pulling it down and picking up the first.
Yeah, thank you. Bennett Cole was on that tackle. Ward was in the area, but over the 45-yard line here, that time for a short gain on the play.
That's been a staple of this Hawk defense, which is that running, their rush defense. Teams try and go, Jamie and I have talked about a lot, running side, when they try and go side to side, the Hawk defense is fast. They do a good job of flowing to the ball. It's just one of those defenses that you're not going to be able to get to the outside very easily.
2 receivers near side, the far side of the field, 2nd down and 7, 8, and counting here in quarter number 1. Decorah going right to left, the handoff. First man through, getting out over the 50-yard line is the Decorah running back. That's the starter here tonight. Jacob Rohr, the 6'2", 190-pound junior, as he comes in. He is 6 on the list, but he's getting the start here tonight. 59 yards, 21 carries, coming in 2.8 a carry. No touchdowns on the year. As here's Decorah, 3rd down and 3 now with 2 receivers far side. Going to roll out and trying to find a receiver is Stefford, and he gets rid of it before he is taken down in the backfield there. As good pressure coming up front. That's John Nagel that's applied the hit, took him down as Stefford just got rid of it and threw it out of bounds. Back down behind the Decorah Vikings sideline.
Yeah, nice job there by not only Nagel, but Bennett Cole did a nice job of flushing him out and making him throw a ball, probably not with his feet weren't set and whatever. So good job there by the Hawk defense on 3rd down, forcing Decorah into a punting situation.
7:17 on the clock here in the first quarter, 4th down and 3. Back to punt. Decorah booming this one away is the fullback, Zachary Lee, and it's going to be down and goes in the end zone for the touchback. Through the end zone for the touchback. The Hawks will take over 1st and 10 with 7:10 to go here. And at quarter number 1, this Hawk offense, Max Ridenauer, the senior, leads away. The running back, Corey Russell, Sam Maloney, Tyler Kelly, a receiver, Owen Ward, also a receiver, John Nagel, the tight end, as Spencer Barron, Colin Brown, Sam Johnson, Blake Schrader, Colin Weber up front. This Hawks offense, 2nd time they've had the ball here tonight. 3 receivers set, 2 on the far side, a long side of the field. And here's whistles. As just as Ridenauer is getting the ball snapped, and we'll have a legal procedure called. 2nd penalty of the night called on the West Delaware offense.
And you talk about Ridenauer and Russell and Maloney, the big names that carry a lot of the load, but that offensive line, Swish has blocked, did a nice job blocking for both Max and Coy. West Delaware as a team comes in 4th in Class 3 in passing yards, 5th in Class 3 in rushing yards, and as a whole, 2nd in total offense in Class 3A. So nice job there by that offensive line.
Man in motion left to right is Owen Ward. We have whistles again as Ridenauer was looking more at Ward going by left to right. Another legal procedure call, the 3rd on the night. So the Hawks going to have to get that corrected, something the officials aren't agreeing with. I think Ward, did he just start to what happened there?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. It's one of those things where, you think about it again, the Hawks coming off a highly emotional game. It's one of those things where they're going to have to, overcome, again, something else to overcome here.
Bear down here as Ward is in motion again. Ridenauer keeps it off the left side, still running 25, trying to get to the 30 and be taken down just past the 25. They give him forward progress to about the 27, 26-yard line. As Ridenauer able to get some running room for a gain of about 5 or 6 on the play with 6:40 and counting here in the first quarter. No score from Decorah, week number 9, as this one has no bearing on the playoffs. The Hawks are the district champions. Decorah, the number 3 team in district number 3. They'll learn their fate later on tonight, late tonight after midnight most likely. Here's a handoff to Russell off the left side. Gets over the 30-yard line, gets down to the 32, as that should be good enough for a first down. It will be as a 2nd down and 3, as that run will result in the 3rd first down of the night for the Hawks offense here with 6:24 to go in quarter number 1.
Nice job there by Max of picking up 16, 17 yards on that first down play, and then on that 2nd yard, Coy did a nice job of just being patient, following his blockers on that left side. Big number 74, Blake Schrader, and 71, Colin Weber.
3 receivers set, fake hand off to Russell. Ridenauer it keeps it, but slips as he crosses the 35-yard line. Just lost his feet. He did have a Decorah Viking right there, so I'm not sure how much he would be able to get, but he fell right in the hands of that Viking player as he dropped down at the 36-yard line. So it'll be a 2nd down at 6 after the 4-yard gain. A quick no huddle here. Right now throwing a right side. Has Maloney there, but not able to haul it in as he was running right to left towards the sideline. As not able to bring that one in on the 44-yard line as coverage on the play there for Decorah in the form of Lane Roth, a 6-foot senior, and also number 35, Jacob Rohr, the 6'2 junior defensive back, also playing running back tonight. They're down at 6. Here's Reinauer looking now, still looking over the middle, going to throw deep over the middle, has a man there, but over his outstretched hands, he dives down on the 24-yard line. As intended for Mahoney. As Sam Maloney, the intended target, the 6'4", 180-pound senior. It's good coverage there by the Vikings. As Dallas Mott, 6'3" senior, and Lane Rolfe was there as well. Now here is the punt. Max Reinauer boots this one away. Nice punt. Bounds down to 20. Now picked up at the 18 by the Vikings. Now Owen Ward makes a shoestring tackle just across the 20-yard line. As with the return that time was the fullback in the offensive return man, Zachary Lee, the 6', 178-pound senior for Decorah. Now Decorah's second time with the ball here. Nothing doing yet for both these offenses. The defenses have come to play early and are bearing down onto the other side of the ball. 5:31 to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's pretty typical of two teams that, are pretty well coached and have, even though, like you had mentioned, there's no playoff implications per se on the line, there's positioning. And so both teams are coming in here kind of feeling each other out here in these first couple drives.
Some battles in the past few years, as here is a run right up the middle and stuff. Great penetration by the defensive line by the Hawks as they take back the fullback. The running back that time, I should say, Zachary, it was a fullback, Zachary Lee, as a handful of Hawks in there. That time, I believe big old number 88 was there for that Hawk defense. Kyle McGrain, the 6'2 senior. Second down and 9 with a 1-yard gain just under 5 minutes ago. First quarter. Two receivers set to the near side. Here's a throw to one of them. Steffen throws and hits the man at the 25. Now 35-40, getting upfield. Finally dragged down. But getting that one is Marshall Johnson, the 6'2 senior. Finally wrapped up and taken down by the Hawks.
Yeah, it looks like it was a combination of 2 or 3 Hawks there, but nice job there, the screenplay by Decorah, and just sidestepped a couple Hawk defenders there and picked up a big gain there. So Decorah, on their second possession here, Swish is
second first down tonight for Decorah as one receiver far side. Steffen pulls out, hands off to the first man through. That's where they're right back.
Good play.
And a nice job. Got over the 45, but could not get to the 50. They'll mark him down at about the 46. Great job getting on the outside there by Owen Ward. Really cutting down that outside corner. Great job by the Hawk, Mr. Ward, the senior 5'8" defensive back.
And Owen's been doing that all season. He's just been a nice, he's quick, he's elusive, he's able to get around defenders and stop plays in the backfield.
So second down at 8. Steffen under center with 2 receivers near side, 2 in the backfield. Here's a pitch to the second man that threw. That is the fullback Lee. Off and running, 45, and just gets out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Chased out of bounds there by Maloney. Also in on the coverage was Matt McMahon, the 5'9 senior, but it gives up another first down this series, second of the series, and the third first down of the night for the Decorah offense with 3:51 here in this quarter number 1.
And Zach Lee, Swish, for being a third or fourth string running back, is doing a nice job tonight early on here in this first quarter of kind of getting around the edge there a little bit and picking up big yards.
Steffen with one man to the left side, throws it, and then is shellacked out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. It was caught by number 80. That's Dawson Meyer, the 6'1 junior.
Nice job there by Kyle Curley of knocking him, kind of wrestling him out of bounds a little bit before he could pick up any more than the 5 that he got. So
Curley, the 6', 174-pound senior with a takedown that time out of bounds. Second down at 5, 3:47 to go on the clock. Here's a one receiver set near side, 2 in the backfield. Fake hand up. Oh, he does get it on the first man through. It was a nice fake by Steffen. As able to get it is the running back. The fullback, Zachary Lee, the 6' senior. As missing their lead running back, as we talked about, Garrett Wise, 717 yards at a hit pointer last week. They're saving him for next week in the playoffs. As a third down at 4 from the 35 of the Vikings, going right to left. Here's Steffen. Here's a double reverse here as a Roar. Great job of the defense picking that up, and that's Drake Bauer that ended up with it, a wingback, 6-foot senior. He came left to right and got the handoff from the initial handoff who received it, 6'2" junior Jacob Roar. Great job of the Hawk defense picking that up.
Yeah, and it was John Nagel, he held his ground. He played, he was disciplined. He didn't bite on any of the fakes or any of the movement, and just did a nice job of playing his role and dropping the ball carrier for a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th down and 6 now for the Vikings, going for it here on the Hawk 37-yard line. Here is Roar trying to get to the first down marker, well short, just across the 35-yard line. We have turnover and downs. That's where the Hawks will take over. Great job. John Nagel was in on the play and a couple others as well, so the Hawks will take it here. So great job again by the Hawks defense coming up with a big stop there. We've seen a couple big plays each side, not huge plays for both offenses, but nothing that's opened the door for them. The defenses have been able to step up. Neither team has been in the other's red zone yet.
No, the Hawks got down inside the Decorah 30, but turned it over on downs. That's as close as the Hawks have gotten. So Hawks are going to look to piece something together here in their third possession.
Right now we're in company. Back out there, Corey Russell bowls his way past the 35-yard line, and that defender was waiting for him. Russell just kind of threw a shoulder shiver into him and got himself past the 35 down to about the 38-yard line, as it'll be a second down. Going to gain about 4, made something out of nothing there, as that defensive player was there ready for the tackle, but Coy wasn't going down easy. Gave him a gain of 3. It's a long 3. Second down, 7. Here's Ridenauer to Russell. He dances and then scoots across the 40, plunges to about the 43-yard line they'll give him. As another short game, we'll bring up a third down and short here. 1:45 and counting here in the first quarter. No score from Viking Stadium here in Decorah, week number 9 of the high school football season. We'll keep you updated on the other scores around the area here tonight.
Well, a couple tough runs there by Coy, and those defensive linemen for Decorah, 6'1", 253, and then 5'10", 279.
Third down and 1, and coming off the right side, trying to get that first down is Russell, and the defensive player working his way in there for the Vikings as Adam Humpton, a 6-foot junior, read that one the whole way and able to get Russell, but he's able to get the first down.
Yeah, and part of that is that the offensive line for the Hawks, got a good push there. The Hawks only need 1 or 2, and Coy did a nice job of picking up, more than that, the 3 or 4. So this offensive line kind of starting to assert itself a little bit.
4th first down of the night. Here's Russell, scoots past the 50, now 45, still going, and he'll get another first down. They mark him down on the Viking territory, and he'll be at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10, the 5th first down of the night for the West Delaware offense. 1:04 to go here in quarter number 1.
And you can see the Hawks trying to kind of get Coy Russell going after kind of, having a tough 90 yards on 22 carries last week.
You bet. Still scored 1 touchdown. Ended up to be the game-winning touchdown as Russell able to get his way to about the 36-yard line. That's where they'll mark him down. He had a Decorah Viking wrapped up around his shoelaces and able to carry him for an extra yard or so. With 40 seconds to counting here in the first quarter, it's second down and 4 as this quick huddle, hurry up, no huddle offense for the Hawks continues. As 2 stand-up tight ends, here is a run over the right side. Russell bouncing his way past defenders inside the 30-yard line, marked down at about the 28-yard line. And it'll be another Hawk first down. That's their 6th of the first half here with 25.5 of the clock here in the first frame.
And that's what's tough about this Hawk offense, Swish, is, Max had a couple nice runs there on a couple of their first possessions. He kind of softened them up. So now Decorah's got to kind of play both him and Coy.
Yes, indeed. Right now we'll take it, and the quarterback keeper over the 25-yard line, slammed down at about just inside the 24, and that'll end out the first quarter here as the clock continues to tick. No score from Decorah here on week number 9 of the high school football season. You're listening to West Delaware Football. You're doing so on Mix 94.7 at KMCH and KMCH.com.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare, close to home.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as a great incentive at TaukeMotors.com. If you're looking for a new, pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
GMB Bank in Manchester is proud to support all area athletes and their communities. The GMB team is your connection to convenient banking and everyday time savers, like your debit card, online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. Connect with a financial partner who truly understands your needs. GMB Bank, member FDIC.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
And the back of the end zone just overled his man right now, trying to hook up for a 24-yard touchdown pass, but could not connect with his receiver, going out the back of the end zone that time, and incomplete.
And the ball was thrown in a good spot, Swish. It was thrown where only the receiver could get it, and so incomplete, and the Hawks go back to work here, 2nd and 6.
John Nagel, the intended target, 2nd down at 6, 11:50 and counting here. Here's a handoff going right to left, and being slammed down inside the 15-yard line, about the 13. It'll be another first down, and it'll be the 6th first down of the night. Great stats here at Decorah. They do things very well here. Got the nice press box. Been done since the 2012 season here at Viking Stadium. The Hawks are knocking on the door of scoring the first touchdown in week number 9. Here's Russell bouncing off the right side. Still going. He leans his way forward and gets inside the 10 and down at about the 8-yard line. 11 and a half to go here in this first half.
Tough running there by Coy Russell. It looked like he was going to be stopped for a short gain. He kind of just bounced off and kept those legs going. So nice job there by Coy of not giving up on the play. Keep the legs moving and picking up, what do you get there? 5? About 5. They haven't put it up yet. It's got to be 5. 2nd down at 5. We'll call it. Here's Ridenauer to Russell. Russell trying to stretch his way towards the goal line with 3 defenders draped on him. And Russell takes it down right at the 5-yard line. So a short gain there for Coy Russell. Tough running tonight for Coy here in this just over 1 period. He had 9 carries in the first quarter for 48 yards, and he's got another 2 or 3 already here in the second.
Widenar puts his man in motion. Maloney, here's Russell, right to left, trying to scoot his way in the end zone. They're trying to push the pile. They blow the whistles. He's going to be short of the goal line. Gets down just at the 1-yard line, so it'll be a 4th down. They give him the first down. They will give him the first down. As another first down, the 7th of the night here, the first half for the Hawks.
It's a very efficient drive here, Swish, for the Hawks. We're going over 4 minutes now, and this will be their 13th play.
First down and goal from the 2. They mark it. Here's Russell, and he is taken down right at the line of the scrimmage. Is coming up and making a tackle as one of those linebackers. Nice play by Decorah at that time, as Russell was not able to get past the pile. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. No score. Hawks are very close. First team to threaten inside each other's red zone here. 2nd down and goal from the one who's right now, right side. The keeper should get in. Does. Touchdown. Touchdown, Hawks. And the Hawks are on the board here in week number 9 with 9:41 to go, second quarter.
Nice job there by Max, just following his blocker, Swish. He waited for that crease to open up, and it did, and he kind of just plunged in there for the 1-yard touchdown.
1-yard touchdown for the Hawks here with 9:41 on the clock. Coming on to kick the extra point is the junior, Aaron Toll. As Toll. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is good. Right through. 7-zip. Hawks with the lead. 9:41 to go in the first half. And we're back after this. Hawks football from KMCH Sports.
At Dupaco Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dupaco ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dupaco. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dupaco.com.
When the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Hi, this is Shannon, owner of Sheer Hecke Salon and Spa in Manchester, located at 214 West Marion Street. Book your appointment now to get that full spa experience. Call 563-608-4999. Best of luck to all you athletes.
John Swisher and playing. Bill Logan back with you from Viking Stadium here in Decorah, week number 9 of the high school football season, as the Hawks are on the board, 7-0, 1 yard touchdown run by Max Ridenauer. Extra point good by Aaron Toll. And the kickoff here taken at the 14-yard line. Going to get all the way out to about the 31-yard line. On the return for the Vikings. The ball carrier at that time for Decorah is Marshall Johnson, the 6'2 senior, tackled by a pack of Hawks that time. 9.5 to go here in the second quarter. Bring in the third member of our broadcast team down the sideline, Bill Logan. And it took a little bit of time, Billy, for this Hawks offense to get going. Credit to good defense by Decorah, but able to get that 1 yard run by Ridenauer. Now we're on the board.
Well, that's what two good teams do, and you're going to see this all night long. There's just going to be the battle of the fittest here, and who can control that offensive and defensive line of scrimmage. And so far, the Hawks are playing much better than they did a week ago.
Absolutely good defense there. The Hawks getting down inside the 40-yard line, down at the about the 37 was the ball carrier at that time. Jacob Rohr, the 6'2 junior, and the gain of about 1 brings up a 2nd down and 9. We take a look at that scoring drive for the Hawks.
Switch that last touchdown drive for the Hawks. 14 plays, 64 yards, took 4 minutes and 50 seconds off the clock. Max Ridenauer with the 1 yard touchdown run puts the Hawks up 7-0 with 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
2nd down and 9. Stephan will keep it right up the middle, trying to get to the left hash, shy of the 40-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 39, so 2-yard gain will bring up a 2nd down and 7 now with 8:40 to go here in quarter number 2.
I think Bill makes a good point, Swish. You're going to see a lot of running, especially on that Decorah side. When they have the ball, you're going to see them keep it on the ground quite a bit. And it looks like the Hawks are trying to establish themselves up front. So this is going to be a battle of who's in shape and who can move the other team's lines.
Here's Stephan throwing out. It's complete, but taken down right away. Kyle Curley gets out there and slams down the receiver who caught the ball, Drake Bauer, the 6-foot senior, and not much of a gain, if any, on that one. A slight gain, they call it. Brings up a 4th down. It's a great job of the Hawks defense. Coach Coates and company, they're really in tune right now to anything that the Vikings are doing. They've seen this on tape, and they've worked on it all week, of course, and the game plan is paying off so far.
Absolutely, and again, teams try and go side to side on the Hawks. It's just not going to work very often.
Here's the punter, the fullback in the offense, Zachary Lee. This one is caught at the 27-yard line, going left to right. On the far side, Tanner Wessels, a 5'9 junior, as he gets ahead to about the 34-yard line. Shy of a 10-yard return. There. And the Hawks will take over 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. 7:34 to go here in the second period.
I'd like to see the Hawks, they did a great job kind of keeping the ball on the ground and grinding out that last touchdown drive. Kind of like to maybe see them keep that momentum going here.
As here's Reinauer back to pass, looking middle, looking left now. Tucks it and throws it deep. Has a man there, but overshoots him as running at the 25. It bound down inside the 20. The intended target on the far side is Maloney again. Sam Maloney, the 6'4 senior, the favorite target for Max Reinauer. Talked about Maloney coming in with the 23 catches, 746 yards, and 11 touchdowns on the year. 2nd down and 10, 7:25 to go. Here in the first half, Hawks lead 7-zip. Here's Reinauer with Russell. Russell going right to left, getting across the 40. Now 45, bounds his way down close to the 50. They'll mark him down just shy of the 49-yard line. It'll be good for a first down, the 8th first down of the night of the first half here for the Hawks.
And I was watching the receivers block here, Swish, and Owen Ward, the play wasn't initially coming his way, but he did a good job of holding his block. And once Russell bounced to the near side here, Owen was there still blocking his guy. So nice job there by those receivers of blocking for Coy.
Three receiver set, one on the far side. Reinauer looks middle, now left. Now looking left and throwing left. Has a man right there, Maloney. He catches it across the 50 at about the 48. Give him forward progress to about the 47. He's taken out of bounds up there by Anderson Lilligraben, a 6-foot sophomore, and also Jacob Rohr, a 6'2 junior. And the game brings up a 2nd down now and about 5 here. As here is Reinauer trying to get to the 45-yard line. He's taken back. He does get across the 45. The forward progress is called as Reinauer is pushed back. Himmelsbach and a tackle that time.
Yeah, nice job there by Max. He's pretty patient there. He did get pushed back a little bit, but he did a nice job of just following his blocks. And now it's in the 3rd and 3, probably a long 3, more like 3rd and 3, but a very manageable 3rd and 3 here for the Hawks.
Everybody in, man in motion left to right. As Maloney handoff to Russell, scoots past the 45, now inside the 40. Just smooth running, a clear gaping hole in the middle of the field. The Hawks have their 9th first down of the first half. That offensive line, boy, they just open up a huge hole. Everybody doing their job, and Russell takes advantage of it.
Yeah, he just does a nice job of picking his spots. And you're right, the holes that Coy is running through tonight are pretty big.
Here's a fake handoff to Russell. Now they reverse. Coming left to right is Maloney trying to get the corner. Turn gets tripped up, and they're taken out of bounds. They will mark him just shy of the 35-yard line. As trying to get that outside corner turn, but could not do it. Gets a short gain, a couple of yards on the play, be about a 2nd down and 8. 2nd down at 8. Ball's on the 36-yard line. 5:35 to go. Man in motion right to left. Here's Reinauer, and there's the penalty marker on the far side. Only had 3 penalties so far in this game. They all have been on the Hawks, and make that number 4 on the Hawks. That one was another legal procedure, I believe. Two guys moving at the same time, legal motion that time. 2nd down and 13 now, 5:33 to go in the second. 2 receivers, man in motion right to left again. Here's a handoff, fake handoff to that man. Right now he keeps it down inside the 40 and will make his way to the 36-yard line before he's slammered down by a couple of Decorah Vikings. A few of those yards back, 5:15 and counting. They're down at 7 now, going right to left. 2 receivers set. And the shotgun on the 40 is Reinauer. Backs up, looks, fakes, now throws it down the field. Has a man there, caught, touchdown. touchdown Hawks. 35-yard touchdown strike. Max Ridenauer hooks up with his favorite target, Sam Maloney, and the Hawks leading 13-0, waiting the extra point there. That was pretty as Maloney used his speed and just got by those defenders that time. All he had to do was look up and ready for that ball. Great pass by Max that time.
Yeah, he did a nice job of throwing it. When he threw that, Sam hadn't even turned around, probably didn't even know the ball was in the air, but Max did a nice job of just laying it out there to him, and Sam looked it in for the big touchdown.
Holds on, he tucks it inside the right upright, and the Hawks lead 14-0. 4:54 to go in quarter number 2. Hawks 14 and the Vikings 0. This is West Delaware football for KMCH Sports.
For all your landscaping projects, call Jason at Phillips Landscaping in Dyersville. He specializes in retaining walls, patios, fire pits, ponds, waterfalls, flower and rock gardens, and more. Call Phillips Landscaping at 563-599-6069 for your estimate. Best of luck to all area athletes.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beaver's also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beaver's Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beaver's to show you a good time.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
In sports as well as banking, numbers mean everything. Athletes strive for excellence during competition. F&M strives to exceed clients' expectations. Whereas athletes and teams focus on the score, F&M focuses on the success of our valued clients, one relationship at a time. F&M Bank, the right choice. Member FDIC.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
John Swisher, Aaron Plain. Bill Logan back with you from Viking Stadium in Decorah, week number 9 of the high school football season. The Hawks faring well right now with 4:46 to go in the second quarter. They just went up 14-0 on a 35-yard touchdown pass. Max Ridenauer to Sam Maloney. As the first touchdown was a 1-yard run by Ridenauer. Both extra points good by Aaron Toll. 14-0 our score, 4.5 to go here in the second quarter.
And that touchdown drive swished by the Hawks. 9 plays, 66 yards, took 2 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock. Max Ridenauer to Sam Maloney for the 35-yard touchdown pass. Puts the Hawks up now 14-0 with 4:15 to go here in the second quarter.
Short run yard gain there by Rohr, the running back. Second down to 9 now. 2 in the backfield, 2 near side. Here is the fullback this time. Lee will go to the left side. He'll be taken down as the Hawks, Eric Vasky, the 6'1", 203-pound senior. Vasky comes in and makes the stop that time. And it'll be a third down with about 6 now as the ball is just inside the 30-yard line. The Vikings' own 30-yard line. Only had 3 first downs of the night. They have no penalties. The Hawks have committed 4 penalties, but it hasn't affected their offense in the past 2 offensive positions. Here is a wobbler off the right side going on the sideline as it crosses over the 35, goes out of bounds. He had a man open. He had several men open on that sideline. It was caught, but incomplete pass out of bounds, of course. 4th down and 6 is again good pressure by the Hawks, putting pressure on Steven. And the Hawks taking advantage of playing defense here. This offense for Decorah, we talked about, was shorthanded. The loss of Garrett Wise, their leading running back. He suffered a hip pointer, and they are resting him for next week. He suffered last week in that loss to Charles City, and here is a penalty on the far side. The first penalty of the game on Decorah will be illegal procedure on the Vikings.
Man, this Hawk defense continues its stellar play from last week. Only giving up 9 points to Independence, the 1 touchdown. And through a quarter, almost 2 quarters now, they're shutting out Decorah. So This Hawk defense has played well all year. They're only giving up 14 points a year, or 14 points a game, excuse me. And, they're showing tonight again. They're flexing their muscles again tonight.
4th down and 11. Back to pass. Back to punt, I should say, is Zachary Lee, and it's punted out of bounds, and they will call it out at the, they're spotting that back inside the 40 at about the 38-yard line. So the Hawks will get great field position on the Viking 38-yard line to start this drive here with 3:23 to go in the second quarter. Update from Edgewood tonight. Edgewood leading Starmont now, 14-6 at the half, as Starmont started off leading that ball game early on. They got the first score, and the battle there of Highway 3 teams as elsewhere. It's Independence over Maquoketa late in the first quarter. Here's 4 receivers left side, throws to the lone man on the far side. Nagel, and it's dropped just over the 30-yard line. Nagel not able to hang on to it as he got hit by a Viking defender as the ball plopped out of bounds. Be a second down and 10. Also on the KMCH scoreboard, you can find it on KMCH.com. Ashley Bramey back in the studios at KMCH tonight, updating that for us along with Paul Glaza. Our online area playback game of the week is Beckman and CPU. CPU leading 6-0 in the second quarter of that one. Anamosa all over Cascade, 28-0 in the second quarter. The Blue Raiders trying to be an undefeated team at 9-0 for the first time in program history since 1939. The 8th undefeated team in the history of Blue Raider football. If they could pull that off tonight, the Hawks trying to do it for the 4th time ever in West Delaware football history here tonight. As here is a throw off the left side, caught inside the 18-yard line. Nice spin, but a takedown tackle there as saving a touchdown. And right now hooks up again. Yeah, it looked like he had Sam Maloney on the near side here, and he just did a nice job. Sam tried to kind of spin away from the defender and just kind of got tripped up. Looked like his ankles kind of got clipped together. So had that not happened, it would have been he'd have been in for 6. Austin Meyer with the stop that time. Ridenour will take it and run up the middle, and he gets met and shoved backwards. Whistles come. 4 blue jerseys meet him, but forward progress will take it to the 6-yard line. 2.5 to go here in the second. The Hawks leading 14-0. Busy halftime. We'll hear from the freshman head coach Bob Morris. His team got the victory here tonight in overtime, 40-34, as they win district number 3 with their 6-2 record.
Nice comeback win too.
Absolutely. In overtime here tonight, as here is a fake handoff, and it's Ward going to the left side of the hash brown. The hash brown hashtag there on the left side as the left hash is in the end zone for the 6-yard scamper by Owen Ward, and touchdown Hawks, their 3rd TD of the night.
Yeah, nice job there. Just some misdirection. They sent Coy to the far sideline and faked it to him and then handed it off to Owen. Of course, everyone keying on Max and Coy. They just handed it off, and Owen had a big hole here on the near sideline, or towards the near sideline, and just ran right through for the touchdown.
Oh, some pressure here, and this one tucks it inside the left. That's right that time. With 2:04 to go in the second quarter, the Hawks lead 21-0. As the Hawks up big here, 2:04 to go in the first half. We'll take a timeout. Back into this from KMCH Sports.
At Georgian Auto in Manchester, their approach to auto repairs is simple. Fix it right and get you back on the road. From tires to transmissions, they fix it all. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes. Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Visit them on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
A great night out awaits you at Hartridge Golf Course. Join us for Taco Tuesday and our Thursday night specials featuring roasted chicken. Watch the Iowa games with 50-cent wings and drink specials at Hartridge, north of Manchester on 195th Street.
Decorah as the kickoff return by Lee out to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. 1:56 to go as the Hawks score their third touchdown of the night. This time a 6-yard run by Owen Ward. 2:04 to go in the second quarter.
And that touchdown run you alluded to, Swish. 5 plays, 38 yards, took a minute 19 off the clock. Like you said, Owen Ward with the 6-yard touchdown run with the extra point puts the Hawks up 21-0 here late in the second quarter.
Here's Lee off and running. Gets over the 40, and he is tackled and slammed down out of bounds. Eric Baskey and Matt McMahon, the 5'9 senior, in on the play on the far side for a gain on the play of about 7 or so. It'll be a second down. 6 or 7. Let's go with second down here and 3. Give them 7. 2 receivers near side. Going left to right. Here is Decorah. And Stephen with a little pitch. Getting over the 40-yard line. Trying to get down to the 45, but cannot have enough for the first down. On the far side, the running back that time, Jacob Rohr, the 6'2 junior, the starting running back here tonight in the place of Garrett Wise, who's out with a hip pointer injury. And it was good for a first down, only the 4th first down of the half here for the Vikings. 1st and 10 from their own 44-yard line. We'll have a full scoreboard update at halftime as well. But first, we'll talk to the voice of the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Mike Grimm is in town in Decorah here tonight. Came back as the Gophers enjoying their bye weekend. As Grimmer will join us here at halftime. As there is a incomplete pass called major pressure. Steppen just got rid of it, the head referee says, on the 35-yard line. And he calls it incomplete.
That was close. It was one of those plays where it looked like Stephen was going back. Didn't know if the forward motion with the arm was if that was it or if the ball was actually a fumble. But they called it incomplete. But good pressure there by that Hawk defense. That front 4 is just doing a good job. They're sending 4. They're really not blitzing a whole lot tonight. They're getting a lot of their pressure with their first 4. And if you can do that, you're gonna put on some pretty good heat there.
Second down and 10. Stephen with the handoff to the first man through. That's Lee, the fullback, and he is wrapped up and taken down right away. Hit by 2 Hawks. Initially hit by Colin Weber, the 6'1 senior. And then the second man to get there was Kyle McGreen, the linebacker, the 6'2 senior. 3rd down and 9. 1 receiver near side for the Vikings. Stephen pulls out the pass, throws right side, caught right on the 50-yard line by Dawson Meyer and gets ahead and will be finally wrestled down just shy of the 40-yard line. As in on the play for the Hawks was Brett Roush, the 5'9 senior, but with the tackle, Kyle Curley, the 6' senior. And it'll be good for another Decorah first down. Their 5th of the first half of 55 seconds and counting. Both teams have all 3 timeouts here in the first half. Hawks lead 21-0. Ball's on the 41, going left to right. Decorah. Stephen looks back to pass, throws it deep down the right side. It's out of bounds. 2 men running down there with 3 white jerseys on that near side, right near the sideline. And Stephen just overthrew it out of bounds by a few feet. And it'll bring up a second down and 10 now.
And the Hawks sent a little pressure there, Swish. Looked like number 65, Eric Vassy, came in free. Didn't look like he got blocked that well and laid a big hit on Stephen there. So Just when we talked about not using a whole lot of blitzing, the Hawks sent some people, did a nice job, and forced the incompletion.
Going left to right, second down and 10. Steffen with pressure coming, gets rid of it to the fullback. Lee gets across the 40 and then slides to 35 after getting tripped up on the far side by the Hawks defensive player. As getting in there, getting arm on him was Kyle Curley, and now Coach Bill Post takes the timeout with 32.4 to go. The first timeout used in this first half by Decorah.
Yeah, nice job there by Kyle. You know, the screen was set up pretty nice. They had blockers out in front, and Kyle kind of slipped around one of the blockers and did a nice job of tripping him up before he could gain any more yardage.
Mike Grimm, the 1989 graduate of West Delaware High School, joining us here at halftime. Voice of the Gophers, I mentioned, a Luther graduate in the early 90s as well. He's had many jobs in announcing sports and finds himself the voice of the Gophers right now. Head play-by-play of the men's basketball team and the Gopher football team, who's enjoying that bye weekend as he'll take in a Luther game tomorrow. We'll talk to Mike about all that coming up here at halftime. Third down at 4, 32.4 to go. Hawks are rolling here, 21-0 in week 9. The pairings will be out later on tonight, sometime after midnight. Hopefully not too much in the wee hours. I think it was around 1 o'clock last year when the state got the pairings out. The Hawks will wait who will host inside Brownfield next Wednesday night. Here's Steffen going to throw left side. It's caught inside the 30-yard line at 28 and ran out of bounds. Smart play there. He knew what to do, of course, with the two defenders bearing right down on him. Able to slither his way through those defenders was the receiver, Dawson Meyer, the 6'1 junior. And it's good for another Viking first down. There's 6 here of the first half with 27.5 on the clock. Two receivers near side. Two in the backfield. Steffen under center. He'll hand off, second man fake to hand off, second man through, going to throw. Throws it right side, and it is caught by Lee right on the 25-yard line. But right there was the defensive player, Kyle McGrain, all over the receiver, the 6'2 senior McGrain. Great defensive coverage there. Almost knocked that ball out of the hands of Mr. Lee.
Yeah, you're talking about a linebacker / defensive end, depending on where he lines up, you know, covering a running back and tracking him down. So nice job there by McGrain of not letting Lee get any further than the couple yards that he got.
As here is a handoff trying to get to the 25-yard line. Not going to be able to do it. Decorah will call their second timeout, as that time on the run was 44. That is Marshall Johnson, the 6'2 senior, at the second timeout for the Decorah Vikings. We talked about for the Hawks, their fourth time in 6 seasons, a district champion, second year in a row. Fifth time for head coach Doug Winkowitz, 12 seasons, as he took the helm in 2004, as it's the 12th time in program history since 1987. The Hawks 8-0 for the first time since 2005. That runner-up team will travel to Decorah, traveling to Decorah here tonight to try to become the 4th team in program history to achieve that 9-0 unbeaten regular season record dating back to 1914, as they joined the 95, 98, and 2005 squads that accomplished that great feat of going 9-0.
Yeah, it's just a credit to these coaches and players, Swish. You know, you talk about it's difficult. It's difficult to go, 9-0. I mean, I think the parents understand, the coaches and players understand, but to the average observer, it's tough. It's, a lot of work and a lot of preparation.
Third down at 8, 16 seconds to go. Steffen pulls out, backpedals, throws over the middle. It is caught, hanging on to it at the 15-yard line. Wrestling for that one was big old number 80, Dawson Meyer, and one of the defensive backs there for the Hawks. That was Matt McMahon wrestling the taller target and could not come up with that ball as it was caught. Now a timeout. Third and final timeout here of the first half. 9.9 to go here. Another first down. The 7th of the first half for Decorah as they're trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time. The Hawks 8 times in the playoffs now in a row. Last time they were not there was 2007. 20 playoffs altogether since 1986. They have a 25-19 record in the Iowa high school state playoffs for Decorah. Tradition rich with Coach Bill Post being a part of this since 1973 as assistant coach, and then taking over as a co-head coach 21 years ago, and then 15 years ago the head coach. 22 playoffs, 42-17, up there for the most all-time wins. They have 5 state titles in 74, 87, 88, 89, and 2012. Here's the field goal coming, as it will be coming from the 22-yard line, so 32-yarder here for the field goal kicker for the Decorah Vikings. And no good. Hooked it off the left side. Did Parker Lane, the 5'9", 172-pound senior, and Decorah is denied of getting on the scoreboard with 5.8 to go here in the first half. So that defense, again, stood tall, even though they have some room to give up some points here. They don't want to do it. Don't want to let Decorah climb back in this ball game late in the second half and force them to kick that 32-yarder, and it was no good off the left side.
Well, and now you start to think, the Hawks come out. They will be kicking off to Decorah here to start the second half, but then you wonder, can you get a couple more scores on the board and maybe get this thing to the 35 and get the clock sped up a little bit and hopefully get out of here, a little quicker and with no injuries.
As that is the end of the first half with the score. The Hawks 21 and the Vikings 0. Jam-packed halftime. We'll get you scores. We'll hear from the voice of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, the former West Delaware alum, Mike Grimm. And we'll also hear from Bob Morris, the freshman coach of West Delaware football, who got a victory here tonight in overtime fashion. All that to come. Hawks lead here in Decorah at halftime, 21-0. This is West Delaware football, KMCH Sports.
Dunlap Motors and Independence with Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. They have big town inventory with small town service. Stop and say hi. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence. And go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com. That's DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at AmericanTrust.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 East Butler Street in Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton. Your vision is our primary focus.
For over a century, Anderson has been helping families make their homes brighter, more comfortable, and more beautiful. They do it by making quality windows and doors, setting the bar high and raising it day after day, year after year, making Anderson the leader in doors and windows. Contact local vendor Delhi Lumber at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer, has big town quality with small town service.
At Community Savings Bank, it's simple. Simply Free Checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you gifts. Find out more about Simply Free Checking at one of our 7 locations or online at csbiowa.com. Community Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Jay's Auto Supercenter on the Greater East End of Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
And welcome back in halftime here at Viking Stadium inside the Kenneth Olson press box in Decorah as the Hawks and the Vikings entangled in this Week 9 matchup. John Swisher back with you with the head coach of the freshman West Delaware Hawk football team as they improved their record to 6-2 in week number 9 of the season and won the District 3 in the freshman level this year with an outstanding game here in Decorah tonight. Bob Morris joins me here, and what an effort by your kids. Start out early on in this ball game. Your kids got down by 14 several times throughout the game, down by 8 at half, but they just kept on pecking away.
Well, you haven't been here at a lot of our games, Swish. We have had 3 or 4 of them like that, so it's real easy to tell the kids to hang in there and trust what we do. We just needed a break or two to get the ball back on our side because we were, like you said, we were always down by 2 scores, and we did it to 1. And just a couple of big stops out there, and the kids just kept working. And then when we got that minute left, you work on a little hurry up at the freshman level, but we don't always have Nick Casey with us there, and really threw the ball well for us. A big catch by Logan, the line doing a super job, and just can't say enough good things about the kids just putting themselves in position to come out successful, because you don't always win those games, and but we had some great opportunity there and played real hard at the end.
Absolutely, and it's easy for a coach to keep on telling their kids to stay with it, but when you've been through those experiences, boy, does that help. And they remind each other, those leaders on this team, I'm sure, stepped up, say, we're fine, we've been here before.
Yeah, that's exactly right. There's a lot of leaders on this team and a very unselfish team. They don't care where the ball goes or who gets it, just so at some time it ends up in the end zone. And the kids sure did a great job of that.
Absolutely. So 6-2, you finish out this year with district championship at the freshman level. Of course, at this level, you like to win, but it's about the progression. It's about the fundamentals and getting the kids learn the game and doing things the right way, the West Delaware way.
That's exactly right. We're doing a lot of teaching with the groups the last 2 or 3 years. It's the 3rd year in a row we've had to develop a new quarterback. Mitch Mangle did a fantastic job for us. Then Nick coming in and subbing a little bit for us. And then with 2 or 3 other kids playing a lot with the sophomores, we had some other kids have to step up, and they certainly did that. They got those reps. It only makes us stronger down the road, and that's where the varsity, the sophomores, congratulations on a great year, 6-2-1, and turned things around from last year. So we really like where our program's going and on the right track.
Absolutely. And tonight, what a way to cap off week number 9 of the season, winning your 6th game in the district championship. And these kids will just progress to the next level. You get a new group next year to do it all over again. And the middle school kids that were here, they see the Hawk football winning tradition, and you just continue it on. That's what it's about.
That's right. And, the kids get excited. Our young managers now, I've been doing this long enough that every year there's 2 or 3 kids that manage for us that are playing, so they kind of know how it works. And you get those fences lined up at home games with all those young kids watching. So it's certainly great to be here at West Delaware and coaching. And we got great help from the 7th and 8th grade coaches kind of get the kids ready for it. I want to thank Bruce Ellie and Tim Rudd. They've been doing it a long time, and they certainly give us some good information to kind of get the kids going when we start out.
Of course, it's always fun to win at the freshman level, but they understand, I'm sure you ingrain into it, and they'll be ingrained with their sophomore coaches. It takes a lot of work to continue that. It's just not given to you. You got to keep on working, keep on improving your game.
In some groups, it takes a little longer. Like I said, there's no state championships on the fences out there at home with the fresh and soft record. So don't worry about that record. Do what we do, and when things fall into place, that's great. And be thankful for that, but just continue to grow and get better. They certainly do that. Before we get down here, I'd like to say hello to my wife, Susan, who's back home with her kids getting ready for All-State tomorrow and doing those things. She really liked to been here. She missed a good one. And Coach Wilson, who coached with us for years, I like to say hello to Mom and Pa. They'll listen at halftime, and that's always a good thing to end another season, and think of many different things.
Absolutely, never be forgotten. Of course, Craig Wilson is Bob. Thanks for your time. Good to see you again, and best of luck to the postseason as you jump on the varsity, continue with the varsity staff here the postseason. And thanks for your time each and every week here, complimenting the freshman game when they're on Friday nights.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Swish and Jamie, who couldn't be here tonight. All the You guys are real patient, and when we have kind of a tough night, ask great questions that make us feel all right. And then when it's an exciting night like this, slow me down, let the heartbeat slow down a little bit. So it's been fun working with you guys and talk about our kids.
You bet. It's easy to hear the classic guy like you. Thanks, Bob. Bob Morris, head coach of the freshmen. As we're at halftime, we'll come back right after this. Decorah and West Delaware football right here from KMCH Sports.
Hi, this is Jamie Vaskey at Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Biofield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Biofield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
And welcome back into Viking Stadium here in Decorah. John Swisher back with you at halftime. Thanks to Bob Morris joining us. Congratulations to that freshman football team once again winning this district number 3 of the freshman side this year at 6-2 this season with that 40-34 exciting overtime victory. The sophomores finish at 6-2-1. Now our halftime show continues with the fine voice of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, a former West Delaware grad of 1989, a West Delaware alum here, and Mike Gray. Good to see you, man.
Hey, good to see you, John. Yeah, it's fun to watch the Hawks and living in the Twin Cities. This is with the bye. The Gophers and Hawkeyes share the same bye week, so decided to come down and watch some Hawk football tonight, and I'm a Luther grad, so watch Luther here tomorrow against Wartburg.
Absolutely. Good to get back and relive the old times, of course, and I'm sure it's a little hard to believe for you. This will be the Hawks' 21st time in the playoffs coming up after tonight into next week. You were a part of the first team back in 1986 to ever get there in the history of West Delaware football.
I had a huge role in that, too, as the statistician. Yes, I was too wimpy to get in there and try to take any hits. So
you wouldn't have those numbers.
No, exactly. No doubt about it. I am here with 3 former classmates, though, one from living in the Twin Cities and a couple came up from Manchester. They were part of that team, and as 10th graders, they didn't play much on that particular team, but they dressed. And that was the start of, really, at that time, Larry Atwater came in as the coach and really turned things around. There were about 3 or 4 grades of really good athletes at that time that kind of, they were able to, I think, change the tide, change the, you hear it even at the college level, change the culture. Culture certainly changed, and it's really taken off since that time. But the coaches and some really good athletes at that time, it was fun to see the turnaround.
Absolutely. The program has just kept on churning and building all those years after. Now this team can be a part of major history, the 4th team ever to be a 9-0 regular season team.
It's fun too, even from afar. Now with social media, Twitter, and different things, I try to follow on Fridays. Listen online to some of the game broadcasts when you have it. When I get a chance, and made it back. I forget whatever weekend the Macokota game was. Back to Manchester to watch that. So yeah, trying to keep tabs as close as you can, and you take. As all alums should, take pride in what the school is doing. I know there's so much stuff going on that's just great with the high school, and football is one of many.
Absolutely. As your busy time is approaching here, not that football isn't busy enough, but your overlap there of football and basketball, I know it's just as busy as me working with Dolph. I know the schedule that he endures, and you're right there. Your Gophers are 4-6, 6th place in the West Division of the Big Ten. 3 wins after a loss to TCU. A valiant effort against TCU, of course, back in week number 1 of the season. The Gophers, how's it looking for them?
Well, they're going to have
have to turn it around. I think they're probably underperforming from what they thought their season would be. They felt, and I think they were right in feeling that they could be a legitimate contender in the division. Now they really face an uphill task. They have Michigan next week. Then they go to Ohio State and then to Kinnick for a night game, and you know how hard that game's going to be. So they're going to be big underdogs in the next three. Then they have Illinois and Wisconsin. So at 4-3, I think their next step is, hey, try to finagle two wins to get bowl eligible, to get those extra practices. You hear all about that, and try to at least get someplace, and particularly if you can get a win against Wisconsin, which they haven't done that in a while. If you can get a win against Wisconsin, get into a bowl game, maybe win a bowl game, then you haven't felt like you've taken a step back. Because they had a really good year last year, got to the Citrus Bowl, their first January bowl game since the 60s, and so they felt good about that. And I think they'd like to fend off any idea that they're taking a step back.
As your first love in the world of sports, the Hawkeyes, of course, I know you're enjoying this from afar of the 7-0 campaign. Kirk Ferentz and the company turning the ship around a little bit from the last couple of seasons, and we're, of course, enjoying the ride a little closer to the action.
It has been kind of fun to watch the way that I don't know why. I mean, I'm not always right on these feelings you get, but I thought, Kirk Ferentz has kind of gone through this a couple of times where you take a dip, and I really believe if you're patient and you have a good coach that you got to stick with them. Even believe it or not, even in Minnesota after a January 1st bowl game for the first time ever, now they're 4-3 and people are like, oh, let's kill the guy. Well, hold on here, pump the brake pedal. And I think you tip the cap. And yes, are there times where fans are frustrated, and did they lose some season ticket holders after last year? Yes. But, boy, I'll tell you, when the going gets tough, this guy, Kirk Ferentz, gets these guys playing, and it's another year where they have rebounded, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to see you. We'll see you in 3 weeks from tonight.
Nighttime football. That'll be fun, no doubt about it.
Absolutely. Always great to see you. Thanks for stopping by, Mike.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Mike Graham, the voice of the Minnesota Golden Gophers, the 1989 graduate of West Delaware High School, back in the state of Iowa here tonight in Decorah for this halftime interview. Mike Graham, always great to hook up with him when he's back, and a former Eastern Iowa radio personality and a great friend of ours and the Hawkeye Radio Networks as well. As we will step out to come back with a scoreboard update to go over some stats here as we get ready for the second half of play. The Hawks leading the Decorah Vikings here in Decorah 21-0 at halftime. You're listening to Hawk Football from KMC Sports.
Do you suffer from chronic or acute pain? Long-Term Medical Supply now offers pain relief for you with their non-prescription TENS device. Shop their convenient location in downtown Manchester and find pain relief in as little as 15 minutes with a TENS device from Long-Term Medical Supply.
Whatever your favorite sport, we know you will join Parrott Insurance and Grinnell Mutual in supporting all of our local athletes. Parrott Insurance is proud to be part of this community and looks forward to catching all of the sports action this year. If you want a strong insurance team working for you, call Parrott Insurance today for a quote from Grinnell Mutual and experience our policy of working together.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
And welcome back in to Viking Stadium here in Decorah. John Swisher, Aaron Plain, Bill Logan on the sidelines back with you. Bill Logan always makes his way to the locker room area, and here's what the coaches and the players are saying. A lot of positives, I'm sure, Billy, as we'll take a look at stats, but a good first half after a slower start. We kind of expected that with the two teams here pretty evenly matching that first quarter, even trying to figure each other out. But Hawks able to get on the scoreboard 3 times in that second quarter and lead 21-0 here.
Well, that first half went probably about as well as you could script it if you were going to try to script this thing any time here. First quarter, each team just kind of feeling each other out, just doing some basic, running and seeing who's going to control that line of scrimmage. But then in the second quarter, the Hawks just took over, put two nice drives together, 13 play and a 9 play, and then took advantage of a short punt and got that third touchdown on the board. And now at halftime, they just want to finish this thing, and defense wants to be proud enough. They want to try to shut this thing out here. So Hawks had 247 yards of offense first half, Decorah 129. So great first half here on both sides of the ball for the Hawks.
Yes, indeed. As the Hawks kicking off right to left to start the second half of play at 9:06. The first half started at 7:48. And we are underway. Here's the ball, bounces down inside the 5-yard line. They picked up at the 1-yard line by the Decorah return man. He's bringing it out down inside the 10, wrapped up about the 7-yard line. 5 white jerseys for the Hawks. Take down the return man that time for Decorah. That is Marshall Johnson, the 6'2 senior. And the Hawks pin the Vikings back first and 10. Down inside their own 10-yard line. They mark it down at about the 7.
Yeah, it looked like the ball carrier for Decorah just, I don't know, he balling through his hands or whatever, and the Hawks got down there quick and did a nice job of covering it up. So good start here for the West Delaware Hawks, getting Decorah inside their own 10-yard line.
Going left to right, 2 on the far side receivers here. Steffen turns around and pitches it to Lee. As he scampers off to the left side, gets down close to the 15-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 15 as Curley comes up. Ward also in on the play for the Hawks.
And, to Bill's stats, you think about that switch, 129 yards of total offense for the Decorah Vikings. So good job there by that West Delaware defense in the first half, kind of limiting what Decorah is doing. Hawks were benefited from a short field on one of their possessions, but this defense has played really well here in this first half and into the second.
Gain of 5, second down at 5. Hand off to the first man through. It's just past the 15-yard line. At that time, it is Lee again. As wrapped up again by a number of Hawks. Caleb Sparks, the 6'3 junior, the 215-pounder. We'll give him credit for that tackle. But, again, the number of Hawks able to get to the ball, we've pretty much seen this all night.
Well, and that's what good defenses do. They congregate at the ball. They look for the ball. They don't follow people. It's more following the ball, and, especially on the ground game. So nice job of team defense by the Hawks.
And here is a takedown in the backfield as Steffen gave it to the running back as Lee gets dropped. At that time, it was Sparks again, the 6'3 junior, back-to-back. Caleb Sparks comes up and puts a hit on the Decorah running back, Mr. Lee. That time will be 4th down and 5.
Well, that's what you probably want if you're Coach Coates and this Hawk defense. You want to come out and get a 3-and-out right away, get the offense back on the field. The Hawks should get pretty good field position here after this punt.
As the punt going to bound down at the 41-yard line, rolls back inside the 40 as it's down by the Vikings, and that's where the Hawks will take over 1st and 10 going right to left. Let's update you on some scores. We promise here, Edco has defeated Starmont tonight, 28-12 in Edgewood, as both those teams end their seasons. Frustrating campaigns for both of them. 1-win season for Starmont. The Vikings get 3 wins, but 28-12, the final here tonight. Edco over Starmont. We'll continue to update the scores as we go along in this third quarter, going right to left. Right now, we'll pitch to the left side. Here is Russell with the stiff arm. He gets shoved out of bounds inside the 40, about the 38 after he shed one tackler. As just a little a right open hand shiver there of the intended tackler. That was number 61, Adam Hobden, the 6-foot junior, and he met the right hand of Corey Russell and went down to the ground as Russell picks up only a gain of 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 with 9:49 to go here in this third frame. 2 receivers set. Here's right now. First man through. Russell again gets a hole. 35-30. Off and run. Tripped up. Just ran into and knocked down. That time it was Dawson Meyer, the 6'1 junior. And the Hawks have themselves their first down of the second half after having 9 in that first half. 4 penalties for the Hawks in the first half, 7 first downs for the Vikings, and only 1 penalty for them. Going right to left, here's right now, 3 receivers to choose from. He goes to the middle target in the middle of the field in the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Hawks! A 25-yard touchdown connection that time. And who else? It is Kelly with the catch that time, Tyler Kelly. As Maloney threw me off, that time he stepped in front of Kelly, as Tyler Kelly, the 6'3 sophomore, able to make the catch that time as the Hawks increase the lead 27-0.
And just a beautifully thrown ball by Max, and he laid it right out there for Tyler to run right underneath it and catch it. So,
and Toll knocks it right through with the extra point, 28-0, 9:24 to go. So Hawks continue to roll offensively here in the third quarter, as this is Hawk football from KMCH Sports.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team, the Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager of Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at 4browns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
Are you looking for great food in a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
Along with in-studio producers Robin St. John and Ashley Bramey, back in the studios of KMCH on East Main Street in Manchester. John Swisher, Aaron Plain, Bill Logan, back with you from Viking Stadium inside the Kenneth Olson press box here in Decorah. As 9:16 to go in the third quarter, the Hawks now lead 28-0. Decent return for the Vikings to get it all the way out to the 38-yard line after a 25-yard touchdown for the Hawks in their last offensive set.
on that last touchdown switch, 3 plays, 39 yards, took 30 seconds off the clock. 25-yard touchdown pass from Max Ridenauer to Tyler Kelly. With the extra point, puts the Hawks up now 28-0 with 9 minutes to go here in this third quarter.
Jacob Rohr, the ball carrier, 6'2 junior, off on the left side as he'll just get shy of the 40-yard line. He'll be down at the 39 for a short gain of about 2. It'll be a second down at 8 under 9 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Some more scores to pass along as East Buchanan rolling over Easton Valley 21-0 in the third quarter. Elizabeth over Northland 23-0 in the third frame. Here's 2 receivers set. Going to hand off to Stephanie. Spun around and dropped down is the ball carrier. That time Zachary Lee, the 6-foot senior. Elsewhere on the KMCH scoreboard, Turkey Valley over Central City in the first, 16-0. Independence 7-0 over Macokota. At halftime, center point Urbana leading Beckman 7-6 in the third quarter. Last check, Anamosa over Cascade 28-0. Close to halftime there. Third down and 5. Stephan will throw it, batted down. Got a hand on that. I think it was John Nagel, thank you. As Nagel batted that one down. It'll be a fourth down and 5, 7:59 to go here in the third.
That's a tough task for Cole Stephan. He comes in at 5'11", 180 as the quarterback. You're trying to throw a ball over John Nagel, who's 6'6", 223. So, those defenders, if they're not going to get to the quarterback, they get their hands up, it's going to make life on Stephan very difficult, as evidenced by that last bat down.
It's under 8 to go here. Punt formation for the Vikings on the 4th and 5, and booting it is Lee. Look out, Parker, and just missed Maloney as it bounded at the 34-yard line. They rolled all the way down inside the 25. It will be plopped down at the 23, and that was close from hitting that return man for the Hawks, who didn't know where the ball was, and that's why he wasn't scurrying to get out of the way. Just didn't know where the ball was, but dangerous play there. Almost could have given it back to him, but the Hawks will take it 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line with 7:49 to go here in the third quarter. Hawks leading this game 28-0. Both of these teams will find out their postseason fate, who they'll play on a Wednesday night. Hawks know for sure they'll play at home. The Vikings will be on the road as the third team in this district. Here's a run by Russell right up the middle. Gets himself to the 25-yard line for a short 2-yard gain with 7.5 to go here in the third quarter.
And that's, you and I talked about it before the game switched about, in terms of the district championship, that was settled last week with the victory over Independence. But, win tonight, you put yourself 9-0. You put yourself in really good position to host not 1, not 2, but possibly 3 home games in the playoffs.
Here's a fake handoff. Now Ward gets it over the 30, 35. He does stay on his feet all the way out to about the 38-yard line where he's marked down. And the Hawks will have a first down here in this second half.
And that play was the same play that Owen Ward scored the 6-yard touchdown on. Swish, it was just kind of the misdirection. He took it kind of to the near sideline or towards the near sideline here and just kind of cut it back in. So looks like Coach Wink has found something in that play when he needs it, a big chunky yard. He just hands it to Owen, and Owen kind of scoots through the left side of that line.
Yes, indeed, as the Hawks going right to left here. 3 receivers, 2 on the far side, 6:15 counting here in the third. As here is Russell bouncing off the defender, trying to get past the 40. He's tripped up by that defender and take it down. As able to get him down in the end after bouncing off of him was Anderson Lillegraven, the 6-foot sophomore.
I thought maybe Coy had a little bit more there after he bounced it out, but good job by the Decorah defense kind of tripping him up and bringing him down. But the Hawk offense has done a good job of establishing the run tonight.
Ooh. And there's an incomplete pass intended just over the 50-yard line to John Nagel. As knocked down by Jacob Rohr. As it'll be a 3rd down and 7 now. Going right to left, 3 receivers, 2 on the far side. Right now are in the shotgun. Looks middle, now left. He's got Coy right here. That's wide open Russell on the 40. He could have run for Counties. And there is a ball well overthrown and out of bounds on the far side. And we have a flag on the play back near the line of scrimmage where the quarterback was. And there's a holding called on the Hawks. And that'll be, looks like are they declining it? Looks like they are. It's one of their first penalty of the second half, right?
Yep. Boy, I'll tell you what, Swish, you and I, we saw Coy right down here. If Max would have just dumped it off to him, like you said, he would have had at least 20 yards of running room. So
4th down and 7. 3 receivers set. Weinauer will punt this one away in the flyer punt formation, and this one will go out of bounds. They'll mark it down inside the 25 at about the 20-yard line, right? Outside the 20-yard line is where Decorah will take over 1st and 10. 5:57 to go here in the third quarter. The 28-0 lead here for the Hawks. 11th time these two teams are meeting in the past 8 seasons. As Decorah has dominated the series, they've won 7 of the 10 matchups. Last year's the team did not play one another, where the 2006, 2007 seasons, they're in different districts. Hawks won last year 28-7 at Brown Field in Week 9, keeping the Vikings out of the playoffs for the first time for them. 07. As the Hawks, last time they've won 2 consecutive games against the Vikings was the playoff matchup in 2010 and the first-round matchup in 2011. 5.5 to go here. 28-0 Hawks. A 4-yard gain on the first play of the drive. 2nd down and 6 here. One receiver near side. Everybody else inside of the right hash. Steffen will flip toss it left side. Here is Lee.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winford, Monticello, Manchester, Lyon, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and Nubiana. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Newman-Dahl, the 5'8" junior, gets the run all the way down inside the 25-yard line for another first down, the first down of the second half here. And, boy, he got some room to run. That was the first time we seen him, Brendan Newman-Dahl, 5'8" junior.
Yeah, and he did a nice job of just cutting it back up towards the near sideline here. And once he got going, it was just a foot race. Unfortunately, Owen Ward tracked him down before he could get in the end zone.
As now here's a pass, Steffen left side, caught on the 6 and in the end zone for the 24-yard touchdown. Hook up there. As catching that one for the Vikings is Sean Schindler, the 6-foot junior, and the Vikings are on the board with 6 points here with 4:47 to go in the third.
Oh, nice. That one was a nice throw, was a nice catch by Schindler. He just kind of over-the-shoulder catch there and did a nice job of scampering in for the touchdown.
So the extra 2 points conversion attempt coming here for the Vikings. They do the old swinging gate. They will kick the extra point out. And Parker Lane, first extra point attempt. He missed a 32-yard field goal with 9 seconds to go in the first half, and he boots this one right through. 28-7, 4:47 to go in the third quarter. Hawks with the lead. Back after this, KMC Sports.
This is Jamie Vasky, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With a customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare, close to home.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as a great incentive at TaukeMotors.com. If you're looking for a new, pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
And back in to Decorah, Coy Russell. Huge return for the Hawks was coming back as a penalty against West Delaware here, the second in the second half. As we're at, 90-yard return?
Yeah.
Would have went for, but called back here because of a penalty, the block in the back.
No, it looked like he pitched it forward, and there looked like it might have been a legal forward pass.
Okay, that was what it was. So that's why he was able to run for miles that time, as returning it all the way, but it will not count. 4:33 to go here in the third. 28-7. The Hawks do have the commanding lead, and will soon put it on cruise control. Name of the game will be to stay healthy here to round out this week number 9 and get ready for the next few busy days and the quick turnaround on Wednesday night. The Hawks will host a first-round opponent to be determined later on tonight by the High School Athletic Association, as those brackets will be posted on the state's website sometime after midnight. As Bird and I are keeping it. Max keeping on the left side, trying to get to the 10-yard line. Max Ridenauer kept it, got forward progress up to the 9-yard line.
And that last touchdown drive swished by Decorah. 3 plays, 74 yards, took 1 minute and 10 seconds off the clock. Cole Steffen to Sean Schindler with the 24-yard touchdown pass. With the extra point, Hawks are still up, though, 28-7 with 4 minutes to go in this third period.
And they're off and running over 25, 30, now down inside the 40-yard line, marked down at the 32. As
Coy.
Yelsel again, and another first down for the Hawks.
And nice job there by Coy. He was patient. He let the blocks happen, and then once he did, he just bolted through there. And I think if had he gotten by that last defender, he'd have took it to the house. But Decorah did a nice job of dropping him. But nonetheless, the Hawks are out of their end zone a little bit now with a little more breathing room.
Here's Russell again on the far side, trying to get to the 35-yard line, and does not. Knocked down. 3:35 and counting here in the third. 28-7, the Hawks with the lead.
Leonard Miller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Miller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Plains.
So again, the penalty called on the Hawks. Is that legal procedure again?
Yeah, I think so. It looked like it was.
.305 and counting here. Clock is wound, and the Hawks second down at 12. Here's Ridenauer going back. He'll throw it over the middle. That's got to be a pass there.
Yeah, there we go.
From the umpire in the middle of the field. As there it was. As we knew that something had to be coming. He tackled him just shy of the 45-yard line as the ball was coming to him. So the pass interference call as the umpire was able to get the flag out of his pocket as the back judge just couldn't pull it out in time. And it will be a pass interference call, no doubt, on Decorah here.
It was called, so that's the most important thing. But yeah, the back judge had probably the best angle of it, and looked like John Nagel, was just getting tackled from the waist down there, and he did a nice job of just going down and picking up the flag. So nice job there by the Hawk offense.
And now the Hawks first down and 10. Fake the throw. Now throws a bomb. Maloney is there. Oh, had it in his mitts and dropped it right at the 22-yard line. It bounces out of bounds. His momentum taking him all the way running to the end zone as he wishes he would have had that one back. Maloney with a couple defenders. One was close to his heels, but he would have scooted into the end zone there. Sam Maloney just could not hang on to that ball that time. And a great pass by Max Ridenauer. And it'll be a second down and 10 with 2:46 to go here in the third.
Yeah, nice job there. Sam ran a really good route, too. He just kind of did an up and out, and just, Max did a nice job of just laying the ball out there. Sam just couldn't pull it in. So, nonetheless, the Hawks are second 10 here.
And off and running, get over the 45, 50. Trying to get to the 45, and it's just slammed down as Owen Ward, the ball carrier that time, coming in, making the final hit was Zachary Lee. That'll be a good gain there. It'll be about third down and 1 now with 2:20 and counting here in the third. As there is a run off the left side by Russell, getting past the 45, down inside the 43-yard line. 2:10 and counting here in the third. And the Hawks on their first down, fifth of the second half here as faking it now. Right now, we're going to throw down the sideline. Has a man at the 31-yard line, Nagel, and he is swarmed up and taken down by 3 blue jerseys, but Nagel able to catch it and climb past the 30-yard line down to 29. Another first down. The fifth now of the first half.
Yeah, and a nice job there by Max, just kind of rolling out. He rolled to the near sideline here, and it's kind of, he had time to set his feet and throw a bullet right to Nagel. So nice pass and catch there by Ridenauer to Nagel.
Oh. Here's Ridenauer rolling out middle of the field, not right hash.
That's Sam.
I was going to throw it. He has Maloney back there. Flag comes. Two defenders get there and knock it down. A flag is thrown in the middle of the field. Ineligible man downfield is a call from the umpire. He's indicating. As 1:35 and counting here in the third, 28-7. An update from our area online and playback game of the week as Beckman is now leading that game 14-7. As that one in the middle of the second half, 14-7 is the score there. Blazers down early, coming back, and leading in Center Point. Live on KMCH.com. Played back later on tonight here on KMCH and our mainstream at KMCH.com. First and 15. Here's a handoff going right to left. Russell plows his way forward, trying to get down inside the 30, and he does, where he is stopped by a number of Vikings, mainly number 22, that's Zachary Lee.
Coy with a very workmanlike effort tonight. Just we'll have to get the stats from Bill at the end of the night, but it seems like Coy's got a good workload in tonight to keep him sharp going into the playoffs for next Wednesday night. So, broken play there.
As Ridenauer's just going to keep it and run off the right side, getting down inside the 25-yard line, where he's taking down at about the 24.
And it looked like the ball was snapped back to him. He turned to his left, and Coy went to the right, and so he just kind of decided just to hang on to it and take it over the right side. And a nice job picking up a couple of yards there on the broken play. So
it's now third down at 5, under 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Boy, ranked it to the left. Here is Ridenauer as Russell gets over the 25, trying to get to the 20. He does, slam down out of bounds inside the 20 at the 19, and another first down for the Hawks, 6 of the second half. 17 seconds remain on the clock.
And that looks like that'll be the third.
It will. 28-7 is our score. West Delaware leading Decorah. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
GMB Bank in Manchester is proud to support all area athletes and their communities. The GMB team is your connection to convenient banking and everyday time savers, like your debit card, online banking, bill pay, and mobile banking. Connect with a financial partner who truly understands your needs. GMB Bank, member FDIC.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building, and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
At Dupaco Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dupaco ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dupaco. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dupaco.com.
When the unexpected happens, call Krager Body Shop in Dyersville. They specialize in major and minor collision repair and frame straightening. For all of your auto body work, see Krager Body Shop in Dyersville.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Hi, this is Shannon, owner of Sheer Hecke Salon and Spa in Manchester, located at 214 West Marion Street. Book your appointment now to get that full spa experience. Call 563-608-4999. Best of luck to all you athletes.
For all your landscaping projects, call Jason at Phillips Landscaping in Dyersville. He specializes in retaining walls, patios, fire pits, ponds, waterfalls, flower and rock gardens, and more. Call Phillips Landscaping at 563-599-6069 for your estimate. Best of luck to all area athletes.
John and Aaron back with you here from Decorah.
Russell.
And in the end zone, and a touchdown, Corey Russell. 9 yards on the touchdown for Corey Russell. The Hawks going left to right, the other end zone to start this fourth quarter. And the Hawks score their 5th touchdown of the game. Their 3rd run is at 2 passing touchdowns. And the 9-yard run by Russell, his first touchdown of the night.
Yeah, nice job there by Coy.
Oh! And that one is short by Aaron Toll. Extra point is no good, so our score sits at 34-7 with 11:43 to go here in this fourth quarter. We'll quick timeout. We're back to the quarter right after this from KMCH Sports.
Great food and great fun with friends. That's what's waiting for you at Beaver's Lounge in Manchester. Check out their Thursday night bucket of wings special and Friday night fish special. Beaver's also has a different lunch special every Monday through Friday. Beaver's Lounge on the corner of Main and Madison in downtown Manchester. Leave it to Beaver's to show you a good time.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
Banking is all about relationships at F&M. We know that relationships take time to build and nurture. They are based on trust, commitment, and loyalty. Relationships don't happen overnight or by chance. They are key to reaching the financial goals of the individual client. Building relationships with our clients and community are essential. F&M Bank, the right choice. Member FDIC.
Welcome back in to Decorah. John, Aaron, and Bill back with you. The kickoff left to right. A bound down at the 15-yard line, going out of bounds. Penalty on the Hawks for the kick going out after another score for the Hawks. 34-7 out, 11:43 to go, and the fourth.
And that touchdown drive was a thing of beauty. Swish, 12 plays. The Hawks started on their own 7, so 12 plays, 93 yards. Took 5 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock. Boy Russell with the 9-yard touchdown run, his first of the night. The extra point was no good, so the Hawks are up now 34-7 with 11:43 to go here in this fourth quarter.
So the Vikings, by right to left here, get the ball on the 35-yard line. Two receivers near side. Stephan under center. Quarterback for the Vikings. Here's a pitch. Right to left going the second man through. Rohr gets past the 35 and trying to get his way to the 40. He does get to the 40. At that time it was not Rohr. That was Brendan Newmanall, the 5'8 junior who we saw a while ago on that big run. Two receivers near side. Now back to pass, looking over the middle. Has a man caught in tight circumstances there over the 45-yard line down to the 41. Second first down the second half for Decorah. Nifty catch and run there.
Schindler again.
Yeah, Schindler, the big target for Stephan, the 6'4 junior. A good 25-yard pass play or so there. Ball's on the 40 going right to left. 10-15 counting here in the fourth. Hawks leading 34-7. Two receivers, far side. Steffen rolling in the middle of the field, now throwing out and making the catch down inside the 35-yard line, and will scoot all the way down and be forced out of bounds inside the 25 at about the 23-yard line. That was first down for the Vikings.
Yeah, a good throw there by Steffen. He kind of, first I thought maybe the Hawks had a chance of picking that off. They undercut the throw a little bit, but the ball was thrown just a little bit over their head, and nice job there by Decorah, pass and catch and getting them close to the red zone here on the Hawk 22-yard line.
And now two receivers near side. 10.5 to go here in the fourth. Steffen back to pass. Now rolling away from Fesher. Coming from Nagel. Tripped up and out. Sheds a tackler going to the corner of the end zone. Going to be knocked down inside the 5-yard line by Owen Ward at about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, good job there by Steffen. You know, he did the two or three step drop and didn't really see anything. He got some pressure on the near side here by Nagel, and he just kind of slipped through the line and then broke it down here towards the near sideline. And fortunately, Owen was astute enough that he saw Steffen breaking for the end zone and just tripped him up before he got there. So nice job there by Owen.
Two receivers on the far side. Steffen under center. First and goal from the 2. And there's a handoff to Numedal. Trying to bounce his way in, and he does. 2-yard touchdown by Numedal. Decorah is on the board for the second time this ball game. 1 pass and 1 run now are the styles of the Decorah touchdowns, as Brendan Numedal, the 5'8 junior, scores his first touchdown of the night. Numedal coming in with 10 attempts on the season, 38 yards, 3.8 a carry. Does have 3 touchdowns now, 2 coming in. 5 was his longest touchdowns. That stays after the 2-yard run there. And the swinging gate, and now the extra point coming here by Parker Lane is up and right through. 34-14 the score. 10:01 to go in the fourth. Hawks the lead on the road here in Decorah. Timeout. Back after this. KMCH Sports.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Georgian Auto in Manchester, their approach to auto repairs is simple. Fix it right and get you back on the road. From tires to transmissions, they fix it all. Georgian Auto in Manchester, where complete automotive service and repair is their complete focus.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Call 563-927-3682 to schedule an appointment. Manchester Family Vision Center wishes all the local sports teams best of luck this season. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
John and Aaron back with you, along with Bill Logan on the sidelines here tonight, as this ball will be caught inside the 15th, 11-yard line, bringing it out past the 30-yard line, shy of the 20, almost a 20-yard return for Casey Winger, the 5'10", 159-pound junior for the Hawks. As 9:54 to go, a 20-point lead here, 34-14.
And that last touchdown swish by the Decorah Vikings, 5 plays, 35 yards, took them 1 minute, 33 seconds off the clock. A 2-yard run by Brendan Numedal with the extra point. Hawks are still up, though, 34-14 with 9:54 to go here in this fourth period.
2 receivers on the far side. Here is the handoff as Russell making his way through the right side, trying to get to the 40. Going to be slammed down by 4 or 5 blue jerseys there. 9.5 to go in this fourth quarter.
We'd like to see a good time-consuming drive here, maybe a 4 or 5 minute drive again. Kind of milk some of this clock, get another score, and maybe start seeing some of those second and third teamers come in here and give this first team a break.
Exactly. Second down at 4-2 on the far side. Here's Russell. Waits for the hole. Gets across the 40. Trying to get to the 45 down. At about the 44-yard line. But 9:09 to go. Will be a first down. 9 first downs tonight officially in the second half for the Hawks. 9:05 and counting here in the fourth. Two receivers set. Right now in the shotgun at the 39-yard line. Russell trying to get to the 50-yard line, and he does. And he gets to the 49 as the clock continues to roll here with 8:45 and counting.
And you got to figure, Swish, you got to figure Coach Wink is pretty happy with the effort tonight of the Hawks, on both sides of the ball. This offense, putting up 34 points. It's much more like the West Delaware Hawks we know, not the 13 that they put up last week against that good Independence defense. And then defensively, the Hawk defense has played very well tonight as well.
And Russell off and running again over the 40, and he'll get another first down. 8:19 to go here in the fourth. 34-14. Hawks taking their time. Getting up to the line here, getting the offensive play call in. From the sideline. On the verge of being a 9-0 team. The first time in the regular season, first time since 2005, fourth time in school program history. Here's Ward off at the left side, of the far side of the field. Scampers past the 35-yard line, going to be down at about the 30-yard line. And shy of a couple yards of a first down. 7:25 to go here in the fourth quarter. Everybody in here, no receivers. Here is Russell, right side, past the 3. Down inside the 25. Will be marked down. Be good for another first down. They continue just to milk the clock, as you talked about. Take as much time as they can off this fourth quarter clock right here.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think the other thing, too, is it's, one of the things that last week, most drives probably, I think, 90 yards were good. Corey Russell, 21, 20, get him on track, get him over that 150, 170. He's past that now after seeing the third quarter stats. So, you kind of want to go into the playoffs on a roll a little bit, and I think they got Coy back on track a little bit after Independence.
And here is a run off to the right side and down inside the 20. This is Jared Helly, the 5'9" sophomore, is a sub start to come in here, and flags come from the middle of the field.
And see what...
Calling a personal foul on Decorah. Was it on the hit? Could be on the hit. I'm taking Helly out of bounds.
Yeah,
a shot, or
could have been. Yeah, I didn't see. I saw him get bounced out of bounds. I didn't see anything after that, but
not many penalties here. Decorah, as Coach Post starting to sub out, putting some of his defensive players in. First and goal from the 9 now. The Hawks, 34-14 lead. Try to add more here with 6:44 to go. And the handoff left to right to Helly, and the new quarterback in there for Ridenauer is Wessels. The backup, Tanner Wessels, a 5'9", 164-pound junior. As the Hawks are getting a good mixture of their subs in as well. Ward is still in. Maloney is in. But in the backfield, we talk about Wessels and the running back, Helly. And now Wessels going to run it from the 10, 5, gets taken down inside the 10, trying to get to the goal line. We're going to be pushed back, looking for progress. Inside about the 3.
good that this 9-0 team, these first teamers wouldn't be as effective or whatever and efficient if it weren't for these second and third teamers getting them prepared week in and week out. And so it's nice to see the second and third teamers get in there and get some action as well.
As now here, it was in. Trying to get to the goal line.
Looked like he was in.
And was denied of getting to the goal line. So the 4th and goal from the 1. 5:15 and counting. Here is keeping it himself. I believe that was Wessels. And he gets in the quarterback keeper from 1 yard out. And the Hawks score again here with 5:13 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, just a simple snap, direct snap to Tanner. He just took it towards the near sideline here off to the right and scampered in for the easy 1 yard touchdown run. So good to see Tanner get in the end zone here tonight.
Absolutely. Backup experience, the junior. Toll now on to Toll. On the kick is Aaron Toll, and he boots it right through once again. 41-14 is the score here with 5:13 to go in the 4th quarter. We will keep it right here as halftime got a little busy as each week Jamie takes a look at the Hawks and the NCAAs as UNI lost 24-19 their homecoming last week in Cedar Falls against Western Illinois to fall to 2-4 this season. They'll travel to take on South Dakota State tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We'll pick that game. Jamie, we found out his pick for that game earlier tonight. He picked the Panthers an upset as UNI number 22 and South Dakota State number 6. Adam Ruff, the sophomore, 2013 WD grad against Western Illinois last week as he had 6 total tackles, 1 for a loss. On the season, he has 35 tackles and 2.5 for loss. Iowa State fell to TCU last week, 45-41 in Ames. They move to 2-4 on the year. Their tough schedule continues. They travel to Waco, take on second-ranked Baylor in a 11 a.m. start. As the Upper Iowa Peacocks defeated Winona State 35-21, and Winona last Saturday to raise their record to 5-2. Here's the return, getting all the way out inside the 40-yard line. Going to be dropped down at about the 32-yard line. That's where Decorah will take over 1st and 10 with 5:06 to go here in the 4th. As the subs for both teams continue to come on. As Upper Iowa raised a record of 5-2, they'll host Southwest Minnesota State 6 o'clock tomorrow night in Fayette. Trayvon Taggart, redshirt junior, 2012 graduate of WD against the Winona State. 9 receptions, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. On the season, he has 41 receptions, 532 yards, and 2 TDs. Here is a man off and running over 40, 45, 50 down the sideline, and he's going to be gone all the way into the end zone. Touchdown for Decorah as the Vikings climb back on the scoreboard on the long touchdown there. Is that trying to see who that was down there. 35? Yep. Looks like 35 again. We haven't heard from him in a while. Jake Bloor, the 6'2 junior. On a long touchdown run. 67 it is. And the extra point coming here. 4:54 to go. The extra point is up. And good. So 41-20 now is the score in this ball game. On the season, Trey McTaggart, 41 receptions, 532 yards, 2 touchdowns. Cole Stephen, the senior, 2012 graduate against Winona State. He had 8 total tackles. On the season, 58 total tackles, 6.5 tackles for a loss. Also on that Upper Iowa squad, Cameron McCrell, the redshirt freshman, 2014 grad of WD. Brett Lammers, the freshman, the 2015 graduate of West Delaware. Wartburg lost their first game of the year as they fell 45-13 to the University of Dubuque. Now 5-1. The Knights will be right to here in Decorah tomorrow, and facing Luther to take on the Norse at 1 o'clock. Brandon Domeyer, the senior, 2011 Hawk grad against Dubuque. He had 11 carries, 40 yards, and 1 TD. On the season, 104 carries, 513 yards, 10 TDs. Michael Bolke, the senior, 2012 graduate for the Hawks against Dubuque, 1 for 2 on extra points. Season, he is 21 for 23 on extra points, 2 of 4 on field goals. His longest field goal is 35. For Hawks lost in their homecoming game last Saturday in Cedar Rapids, losing to Simpson 18-15 to fall to 2-4 on the season. They will take on Central tomorrow in Pella, starting at 1 p.m. Sam Lara, the senior, 2012 Hawk grad against Simpson, 8 carries, 20 yards. Season, he has 93 carries, 470 yards, 2 touchdowns, 12 receptions, and 107 yards. The Hawks in the NCAA's report. Thanks, Jamie Vasky put that together like he always does each week, doing it for us as he's gone this week and in Iowa City this weekend for the wedding of former Hawk and 07 graduate, then Iowa baseball player, of course, outstanding athlete at West Delaware, Zach McCool, as marrying Whitney Hugerloff from Iowa City, Virginia, the Regina graduate and native of Iowa City. So two met at the University of Iowa. As the Vikings now going left to right, so best wishes to them. Congratulations on their special day tomorrow in the Iowa City area. As Jamie will be back for first round of the playoffs Wednesday night with Aaron and Bill from Brownfield. The opponent to be determined. And we'll know later on tonight. You'll know if you stay up late like most of us will be doing. And are looking refresh on that Iowa High School State website. You'll know. And we'll get it on social media, on KMCH, and on Facebook as well. And there's a handoff on the left side, trying to get to the 45-yard line. Just shy of the 45 is Jared Helly. Bill Logan has been working hard on the sideline with all those stats tonight. He's had some technical difficulties off and on with his mic. That's why we haven't we didn't put a muzzle on Bill for any certain reason, but that's why we had some. I've not heard from him as much as usual here tonight. As there is a run out to the 50, past the 50, about the 49, as Jared Harry, the 5'9" sophomore, that time.
Yeah, Jared did a nice job there, just kind of bounced. It looked like he was going to get dropped for a loss. He just took it to the near sideline here, bounced it around the corner, and picked up enough for the first down. So good to see, like we talked about, Swish, it's good to see the Tanner Wessels, the Jared Hellies, those guys get in here and get some playing time, get some good experience against a good Decorah team.
And now Wessels will keep himself for the 40, 45, still rolling, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, 47-yard scamper for junior backup quarterback Tanner Wessels. As Wessels gives the Hawks another score and makes it right now 47-21 with 3:29 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, nice job there, Tanner. He just saw the opening on the far sideline. And then it was just a matter of speed and a foot race. And as we've seen, throughout the year, Tanner's got some good speed, and he just kind of ran around the edge there and ran right into the end zone. So nice job there by Tanner.
Extra point attempt coming wide told, and it will be right through. Extra point is good. With 3:29 to go, we'll take a timeout. Hawks lead 48-21 here in this ball game late in the fourth quarter. We're back after this from KMC Sports.
Bob Stephen Motors in Manchester proudly supports all area athletes. Bob Stephen Motors is your locally owned and operated GM dealer in Manchester. Visit them on the web at bobstephenmotors.com.
A great night out awaits you at Hartridge Golf Course. Join us for Taco Tuesday and our Thursday night specials featuring roasted chicken. Watch the Iowa games with 50-cent wings and drink specials at Hartridge, north of Manchester on 195th Street.
Dunlap Motors in Independence with Chevy, Buick, and certified pre-owned Chevy, Buick, GMC, and nearly 300 new and used cars and trucks in stock. They have big-town inventory with small-town service. Stop and say hi. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence. And go to DunlapMotorsIndy.com. That's DunlapMotorsIndy.com.
At Precision Collision, we are committed to providing you with high-quality auto body repair and paint refinishing. Our expertly trained technicians can repair all accidental damage and get you back on the road in no time. Come visit me, Jeff, for a free estimate. We are located along Highway 20 at the Delaware turnoff. Precision Collision, one call does it all, quality guaranteed.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
Welcome back into Viking Stadium here in Decorah. The Vikings return the ball out to the 35-yard line with 3:18 to go here in the fourth, 48-21. Two receivers on the far side for the Vikings. As a new quarterback for Decorah, Paul Strand, 5'11" junior, pitched to the left side, trying to get to the 40-yard line. He's smothered by a host of Hawks who flew into that 40-yard line. As the running back that time was 48. Yep. As that's Derek Hendrickson, the 5'10", 178-pound junior.
In that last touchdown drive switched by the Hawks, 4 plays, 64 yards, took 1 minute and 25 seconds off the clock. Tanner Wessels with the 47-yard touchdown run, his second of the night. The last one, he had one earlier in the quarter. Of the 1-yard variety. This one was a 47-yard with the extra point, puts the Hawks up now 48-21 with 2.5 minutes to go here in the ballgame.
7 touchdowns for the Hawks on the night, 5 runs and 2 passing variety. And there is a carry, and the Hawks again get in there on defense and take him back to the yard line. The runner is 21, Dominique Mueller. Mueller, the 5'11" junior.
And nice job there by Brady. Ian Thomas was just going in there. He just plowed right through the offensive line and dropped the ball carrier for a 1-yard loss there. So nice job by Brady of getting in there and sticking his nose in there.
As now, 152 and counting. Here is a fake handoff and keeping it now, getting in there and wrapping him up is Spencer Barron, the 5'9" senior. As keeping it was Paul Strand. Clock continues to roll. Be a 4th down to 5, 48-21. Looks like to be our final score with a buck and a half and counting here.
Well, I think it's safe to say we can officially congratulate what a great way, what a great season, regular season, and hopefully they can carry this momentum into the playoffs. Fumble.
The play inside the 40-yard line. Vikings try to get back on it, but it won't matter. Turnover on downs. The Hawks will get it. Going left to right at the Viking 39-yard line. So the 4th team to complete the task of 9-0 in the regular season, joining the 1995, 1998, and 2005 squads. The only 4 teams ever to do 9-0. Dating back to 1914, Coach Wink.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Coach Wink talked about that. He mentioned it. He doesn't always talk about things as we talk in the pregame show. He doesn't always bring up things like that to the team. He said this one's special. This one was a goal for them. This they had on their eyes on. The sights were there, and for this team to accomplish this, to be one of those special 4 teams in the history, is something else.
Well, talk about taking something with you. These seniors, I believe 22 seniors, the West Delaware Hawks, be able to take with them, the rest of their lives when they come back to Brownfield.
But they're not done yet.
They're not done yet.
They'd like to be the only team ever to go undefeated, period. They're running the table.
That'd be great. Well, they know they're going to have at least 2, maybe 3 home games left, so they're not done at Brownfield yet.
That's what happened Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, and another kneel down here.
that'll about do it here. Well, I think the Hawks got what they wanted tonight. They got a convincing victory, no injuries. I think they probably cleaned some things up that kind of went a little astray on them against the Independence last week. And then the biggest thing is you're talking about a 9-0 Hawks team they're pretty pumped. They're jumping around now over on their sideline. So congratulations to Coach Wink, the coaching staff, and the Hawks for finishing this 9-0 regular season, and hopefully they can carry it on.
Absolutely. What an effort by the entire team, the entire program, staff. It takes everybody involved. The 12-year head coach, Doug Wankowicz, his assistants, Corey Coates, Luke Imslin, Brad Rubin, Ryan King, Matt Utoff, Nate Lahr, Mark Becker, Bob Morris, and John Warden. And that is the ball game. The final score, the Hawks win 48-21 and become the 14th team ever to win 9 regular season games and have no losses. 9 and first round Wednesday night. We'll come back and start the post-game show. Hawks, the winners tonight here to 21. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
American Trust and Savings Bank wishes all area athletes and coaching staff continued success. American Trust and Savings Bank with locations in Dyersville, Farley, Dubuque, and Des Moines. Simply better banking. Check them out at americantrust.com. Member FDIC lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is located at 105 Manchester and at 1113 West 3rd Street in Benton. Your vision is our primary focus.
For over a century, Anderson has been helping families make their homes brighter, more comfortable, and more beautiful. They do it by making quality windows and doors, setting the bar high and raising it day after day, year after year, making Anderson the leader in doors and windows. Contact local vendor Delhi Lumber at 922-2404 for all of your window needs. Delhi Lumber, your authorized Anderson Windows dealer, has big town quality with small town service.
At Community Savings Bank, it's simple. Simply free checking comes with free debit cards, free online banking with bill pay, free mobile money, and free thank you gifts. Find out more about Simply Free Checking at one of our 7 locations or online at csbiowa.com. Community Savings Bank. Member FDIC.
Jay's Auto Supercenter on the Greater East End of Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, and a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. At Jay's Auto, customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Hi, this is Jamie Vasky at Don & Wald LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester, encouraging you to plan ahead. Have us check your heating or air conditioning unit before you need it. For residential or commercial plumbing and heating needs and top quality Lennox furnaces and heating units, see Don & Wald LLC on East Main Street in Manchester, or give us a call at 927-2232.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, Arlington, and Aurora, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Biofield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Biofield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
Long-Term Medical Supply downtown Manchester is a proud supporter of all local athletes. Shop their sports and orthopedic department for all of your athletes' medical equipment needs. Long-Term Medical Supply, your local medical equipment choice.
Whatever your favorite sport, we know you will join Parrot Insurance and Grinnell Mutual in supporting all of our local athletes. Parrot Insurance is proud to be part of this community and looks forward to catching all of the sports action this year. If you want a strong insurance team working for you, call Parrot Insurance today for a quote from Grinnell Mutual and experience our policy of working together.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
Your family.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Head to Fireside Pub and Steakhouse before or after the game or anytime, featuring steaks, seafood, pasta, sandwiches, and even fresh-made pizza. They say it's the best around. Visit them on the web at firesidemanchester.com for a full menu and special offers.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team. The Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
Hi, this is Chris Henry, Service Manager of Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader. Our goal is to make your car buying experience the best possible, and our factory-certified technicians are dedicated to you and your vehicles. Stop in and see us at Brown Sales and Leasing in Elkader, or visit us online at 4browns.com. Your hometown dealer, wherever your hometown may be. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
At Three Rivers, our customers come first. Your business is very important to us. Our goal is to provide you with the best products and service that you have come to expect from Three Rivers. Visit our website at threeriversfs.com or the location nearest you. Three Rivers, your partner in growth solutions.
And welcome back in to Decorah inside Viking Stadium. The Hawks get the punctuation mark on the regular season here tonight, 48-21. 9-0 for the first time since 2005, fourth time in program history dating back to 1914. The Hawks win 48-21 over the Decorah Vikings and get ready for the playoffs next Wednesday night as the Fine head coach of the Hawks, Doug Wagowitz, joins us now. And Coach, you started out this ball game. Both teams trying to feel each other out there and see what would work, what wouldn't work. And then your team just came alive offensively for the first 4 touchdowns. And your defense was just clinging tight. You guys, Coach? As having some problems with Coach Wink. Coach Doug Winkowicz on the sideline, along with Bill Logan, and some issues there. We will get him hooked up with Bill to record that interview. We'll hear from him in the morning. Well, that was working great off the air before we got back on. We thought we figured out the issues there, but Coach Wink, I know he would say that proud of the effort of the kids and coaching staff. It took everybody involved to get this accomplishment here tonight. They just kept on plugging away. The offense came around. They wore down Decorah there, and then their defense was good as it's been most of the time this year here tonight with the 48-21 victory. Absolutely, and Hawks did the recipe they've had all season, and that is explosive offense, play good, sound, suffocating defense, good pressure from the defensive line, and it's worked. They're 9 for 9 this year, and hopefully now that they can take this momentum into the playoffs and continue on. And what better place to do that than Brown Field? And we know that the Hawks are going to get at least 2, possibly 3 games in Brown Field. So, hopefully the crowd comes out and supports this team, and hopefully they continue on their track. Yes, indeed. As the Hawks 48-21 winners here tonight to win their second in a row here against Decorah, I should say, as the 11th time in 8 seasons. And now the Vikings had won 7 of 10 coming in. So the Hawks have won 4 now of 11 matchups. The series has been dominated by Decorah, but the Hawks got the better hand tonight and improved the record to 9-0. We'll take another timeout, come back and wrap it up with some stats, send you on your way, and let the winning game begin for the playoff announcements that come out later on tonight. We'll take another break, come back right after this. This is Hawk Football, KFCH Sports.
Are you looking for great food and a unique atmosphere? Then make Okoboji Grill your next lunch or dinner destination. That's Okoboji Grill, 1749 Golf Course Boulevard in Independence. Okoboji Grill, where good friends meet.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I got to tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet is Animal Veterinary Clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Whether it's an orthopedic, sports, or occupational injury you are suffering from, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services has you covered. With the customized treatment program, Regional Medical Center Therapy Services can get you back on track in the active game of life. Regional Medical Center, excellence in healthcare, close to home.
John and Aaron and Bill back with you from Viking Stadium here in Decorah as we get ready to put the final touches on this one here tonight as the West Delaware Hawks improved to 9-0, 48-21. The victors here tonight over the Decorah Vikings as the Hawks finish their season at 9-0. District number 3, they are 6-0. And on the road, 5-0 as Decorah falls to 4 and 5. District 3, 3 and 3 at home, 2-3 here on the season as the Hawks get 41. What an effort it was after got by that first quarter. The Hawks just able to get the job done as Coach Doug Winkowicz gets a few runs closer to number 100 in his career at West Delaware 12th season. He picks up win number 97 here tonight, 97-31, 136-73 overall. Bill Logan on the sidelines. We had issues with his microphone there, not able to get Coach Wink, and just weird signal here tonight, issues that we can't explain. And our guru, engineer Jamie Vaskey, not here as well. That's maybe one explanation for it. But
one time we missed Jamie.
Hey, now we can hear him.
There you go.
Imagine that. A dash of Jamie, we can hear it clearly.
Yeah, when you got to talk about Jamie, everybody gets to listen. And rightfully so.
That's awesome. Really, what an effort it was for this team. What an accomplishment. 9-0 for the first time since 05, fourth time ever.
Well, that's the one thing he was telling the kids, hey, you've got something, you can accomplish something here that very, very few people have ever done since 1914. So, I mean, and these guys are proud of it. After the coaches talked to them, the players all stayed together in a 9-0, baby, so they are very, very proud of it. But they know that that's just the first step.
What stood out to you tonight, Bill?
After last week, tonight, the improvement in the line play was just absolutely phenomenal. The Hawks have been scoring machines this year, and a lot of it's been on big plays. But tonight, we didn't have very many big plays. We had 7 touchdowns tonight, and I think 5 of them were plays that were 9 plays or longer drives. So, we had a great offensive production from that line tonight. Getting the 4, 5, 8 yards a chunk and getting the first downs. And just taking care of on the line. And then when you take care of the offensive line, it's just kind of a good little beat down on the other team. So did a really nice job of controlling that line of scrimmage. And 59 rushes tonight for 389 yards. So there's where that, right, in my opinion, you control the line and 98% of the time you're going to have a favorable outcome in the game.
Yes, indeed, as the Hawks roll here tonight on the road, 48-21. And now, Bill, the exciting part for this team continues here. It's a quick turnaround. It's busy, but it's a fun time of trying to figure out who your opponent is and then getting ready for that opponent on Wednesday night. What's the inkling from the coaching staff of who they think they're going to get Wednesday night based on the districts that they probably match up geography-wise and based on the seedings?
Well, I'm a firm believer that the loser of Stolen Waller game is coming to Westell Wednesday night. The loser of that game is going to get fourth place. That's going to be, I think that's who the Hawks are going to get, which is the same team they had first round a year ago in Westell. As this thing plays out, I don't know whether they're going to, the big key is the 2 and 3 seeds. If you do it without the mileage taken into factor, Decorah would have to go down to Maquoketa. If you Google that, that's 128 miles from what I was told, and they have a 125-mile limit. Well, they have stretched that 3 miles. They have stretched it before in other classes. So if they stretch it, 3 miles is probably, tolerable. So if they do that, it was set before we came up here tonight. So now it's just a matter of, will they do that? Well, I think they probably will.
Yes, indeed. We will find out in a few hours.
Well, that's we'll get these kids fed on the way home, and we'll be back in the coach's office taking a look at what it was. Last year it was around 1 o'clock in the morning when they had the pairings out.
Yes.
And I would assume it'd be about that again tonight, although some of the stuff like these couple of districts we're in, that was all kind of preset. So maybe they'll get it done before 1 o'clock, but they won't let them out until they're ready to let them all out. So
it's past a guy's bedtime like yours, I know. So I'll try to help you as much as I can stay awake.
I'll be fine with that tonight. So I'll be held to silver tomorrow. It's not a good thing I was on TV tomorrow or something. It's hard to stay awake tomorrow. I'll be great tonight.
Yes, indeed.
9-0, that's a lot of excitement, and the coaches they are so excited. The kids are so excited, but they also understand that's just that first step, and he told them after the game, you guys are the seniors knew what kind of a ride this was a year ago in the playoffs when they got into that third game and had to go down to Xavier, and with this win tonight, guaranteed that as long as the Hawks keep winning, they'll be playing at Brown Field. That's why this game was so important tonight for the Hawks also, because now if it gets into that thing, into that second round, into that third round, Hawks will be at Brown Field, and as well as I do, you get that home crowd there, and that's a great atmosphere. And I'll take on anybody on Brown Field.
Yes, indeed, definitely a home.
Jamie, yes, we do miss you.
Yes, we do, Jamie. We miss you, and
I wish I could give you a hug. 2 days far away.
Now, don't get carried away. But
I'll give you a hug instead. He'll see you later.
Don't get carried away. Let's talk about that here. We got the pick to do. As Jamie made his pick earlier in the week, there's a little switcheroo from what I'm usually making the pick early on. As you talked about 9-0, of course, the 7-0 Hawkeyes. They beat Northwestern last week, and they have the bye week before hosting Maryland next week. Now in our standings of the Pick'em contest, Bill has 4 wins, and he had Iowa with a total of 45. I had 2 wins, and I had him with 39. Jamie got on the board with his first win last week as he picked Iowa with a total of 47. Aaron still winless because he keeps picking against the Hawkeyes as he had Northwestern with a total of 29. As now this week we go to the UNI Panthers, picking the Panthers as they're on the road at South Dakota State. Number 22 UNI, number 6 South Dakota State. And how's he usually do this? You want Jamie's pick first?
Sure.
Okay, UNI.
Throw him under the bus.
Yeah, UNI. The first. The upset. Okay, you'd upset UNI at 27-24 over the Jackrabbits tomorrow. Who's next?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Well, since I pick against Iowa and they're 7-0, I'm going to pick against the Panthers. I'll go South Dakota State. I'm going to go 38-28 South Dakota State.
And I'm going to have to go with the Jackrabbits, too. I just think too tough at home. Number 6 over number 22. South Dakota State over UNI tomorrow. We'll go 31-17.
Ooh.
Right then.
I should have went first. That's almost. I was within 1 point of you last week, so I should have had to change my score. That same thing's happened tonight here. Yeah, I think UNI is struggling enough. They're trying to find themselves, and I just don't know that they can do it on the road either. They're a more talented team, I think, than what they've shown here lately. So maybe they can come out and do something tomorrow. I'm gonna go with UNI to pull that upset tomorrow.
Ooh,
they're due to do it here. Ooh, this is not an official Iowa pick or anything.
You just second guessed yourself there.
Yes, I did. I was gonna go with the Jackrabbits, and I went with the Jackrabbit. A Panther can take care of a Jackrabbit in a battle 9 times out of 10, and the one time they can because the Jackrabbit outran him. So using that mentality, the Panthers are going to win tomorrow.
Okay.
Last second field goal, 24-23.
24-23, nice. All right. So Bill picks UNI, Jamie picks UNI, me and Aaron go with against UNI. We go against the in-state brother, and I go with South Dakota.
So I did that too, because now Aaron's got a shot at winning.
Oh, you appreciate it.
I do. I appreciate the fact that he's been picking against Iowa and keep winning. So keep doing that.
All right, thank one for the team. Thanks. We'll see you a little bit on the long trek down south.
Yes.
All right, Bill Logan, thanks for his work here tonight. And Aaron, last final touches on this one as the Hawks get to 9-0 for the 4th time in the school history. 48-21 win, and the confidence, the momentum was the biggest factor here tonight. Getting that 9-0 goal, but being able to go into the playoff on the right foot was the biggest thing for the coaching staff and the team here, and they're able to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would just like to congratulate Coach Wink and the coaching staff and the kids for all their hard work and completing the 9-0 season. And now it's like to your point, your and Bill's point. Now let's take it. That's step one. Let's take it into the playoffs, make a good run, and see how far the Hawks can take this thing.
Absolutely. So I want to thank all 43 of our sports boosters here, making high school football possible, high school sports possible here on KMCH, and we are told that the Beckman game, close your ears if you want to listen to it all, and it's entirety of the playback game of the week. Okay, I gave you enough time. It's tied at 14 in overtime. Beckman and CPU as the Blazers and the Storm Pointers in Center Point tonight as tied at 14. They are in overtime. Some other scores. It was Independence, a final over McCook at 21-0 in Indy tonight as Independence gets ready for the second spot, a playoff for the second year in a row there in Independence. Elsewhere, Anamosa had no problems with Cascade, 55-7 for the Blue Raiders over the Cougars in Anamosa tonight as the Anamosa Blue Raiders 9-0, 2 years removed from an 0-9 campaign as Anamosa 9-0 for the first time and only the second time in school history, first time since 1939 as the 8th undefeated team of all time regular season style for Anamosa. As Easton Valley was defeated by East Buchanan, so that means the Buccaneers are in the playoffs as well as North Lynn. East Buchanan 21, Easton Valley 7, North Lynn in the playoffs despite a 44-0 loss to Lisbon. So East Buchanan gets the 3rd slot, North Lynn the 4th spot in Class A, District number 5. Macoka Valley, no problems with Postville, 40-0 was the last check in the 4th quarter. It was Edco by the score of 35-12, the first time ever that Edco has beaten Starmont back-to-back in school history as they end their season at 2-7. Starmont at 1-8, 35-12, the final there tonight. And one of their final, Central City, was beaten by Turkey Valley 74-28. So that wraps up the scoreboard. Thanks to Jamie Vasky for all his prep in this game as well, even though he wasn't here tonight. And once again, we wish Zach and Whitney the best. Zach McCrew, former Hawk, he married in Iowa City tomorrow, the reason why Jamie could not be here tonight for this Week 9 contest. Thanks to our studio producers, Ashley Bramey, and the newest face and voice you will hear on KMCH, Robin St. John, and we thank him for his work here tonight. Thanks to Logan for his efforts on the sideline. Congrats to all our area teams getting in. 8 area playoff teams. We'll have all the information of when and who they play coming up here on Wednesday night. We'll share our coverage coming up for the next couple of days, and we'll have 3 games covered on Wednesday night right here from KMCH Sports. Buddy Boy, Aaron, thank you for your time here tonight. As always, good to work with you again. We don't get this opportunity often, and it was a fun time.
Yeah, appreciate it, Swish. It was a good time.
Absolutely is. For my partners, Bill Logan and Aaron Plain, John Swisher saying once again, congratulations to Coach Doug Lankovich and the West Delaware Hawks as they're 9-0 for the 4th time ever in school history as a 9-0 here on the year with a 48-21 win over the Decorah Vikings. That does it tonight from Viking Stadium inside the Kenneth Olson press box. Thanks to the AD of Decorah High School, Adam Riley. Thanks to Darren Swinson of KDEC Radio for his help with game prep and help here with the accommodations at Decorah as well. Have yourselves a good and safe Friday night, and good luck staying awake for those pairings coming out. We'll have them covered for you if you do stay awake here, or we'll have them for you in the morning on our sportscast and online as well. John Swisher saying, so long, everybody, from Decorah, Iowa.
For more information about KMCH Sports, check out our website at kmch.com or email John at sports@kmch.com. This has been a local sports presentation of Delaware County Broadcasting, KMCH Radio, Manchester, Iowa.